Yeah.
Generally, I have some complaints.
You ain't kidding. Generally, it was a good card, but there are some things in there that just should never have happened ever.
Well, you're not going to complain about Danhausen. There's no way. I'm looking at Timmy over here.
Oh, A.C. Daniels knocking the stand all over the place.
Well, it happened last week. We should keep the tradition alive.
Big Mike, Monstrous One, says, I would like to open the floor and say AEW cooked last night. You know, that Darby and Bastard Pat match was a pretty damn good match. I'll say that. But my questioning, as we've got about 2.5 minutes before we go live on the radio, is why the hell was it called Fairway to Hell? What golf tournament was going on that was so important that they had to call it Fairway to Hell? Because there was none. I looked all over the place just to see, and there was nothing.
But it's in that SoFi TPL
Whippity frickety do.
The whole virtual golf league is actually getting bigger and bigger.
Virtual golf league.
So they basically hit the ball into a screen, take the distance, and then once they get close to the green, they go place the ball, and then you have to chip and putt like you would normally.
Wow. Okay then.
There's actually, it's generally a team of 4. Yes, this is
Sam Mike also said that Backlash also was very good overall. And yeah, it was a good pay-per-view, PLE overall, but like I said, there was some things that could have been changed or actually completely left out, but we're going to get into all of that stuff here in about 1.5 minutes when the radio side gets it going. Of course, we're also going to talk about WLW's Collision Course next weekend, next Saturday night at the Race Wrestling Arena. So far, 6 big matches on that card, and it's going to be good. It's going to be very good. Things that I think might just shape things up for the future, shall we say?
Right.
So it's going to be good. It's going to be interesting to see. Of course, the Monstrous One's Devils of War partner, All Day Aiden Riley, the biggest little dog in WLW, will be in action next Saturday night. And we'll talk about who he's going to be facing in just a few seconds. Because we've got about 30 seconds before we go live on the radio.
30?
30. Are we live on the YouTube as well?
We're live on YouTube.
We are live on the YouTube as well. Good deal, Leo. Don't move, he said.
Moved last time.
Last week it was a little chaotic in here.
A little bit. But that's okay. We had guests galore last week. Jennifer Wojcicki. Yeah. That is the theme bumper music, which means we're going live with the mics right now. Well, good Sunday morning, and what a glorious morning it is here in the St. Louis regional area. I hope it's just as nice wherever you are in the world. And yes, I said world because we've got people listening and watching all over the world now. And we got to say thank you to each and every one of you that takes time out of your day to listen to us gab about the world of professional wrestling. We are live inside the Gateway Fiber studio of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. We are also live on our Facebook feed and our YouTube channel. All you got to do is type in Uncensored Wrestling Talk, and boom, there it is. In studio with me at the moment, the co-hosts. First up, he is quintessentially the Nematode Nelly.
We didn't know where he was going.
I didn't know where he was going with that either.
The super fan.
Morning, everyone.
Tim Williams. And of
Good morning,
course,
Sarge.
to his left, good morning to you, my friend. To his left, to my right, right in the middle of your screen on Facebook and YouTube, he is our resident referee.
No, don't say
Mr. 1, 2, 3, yeet. H.D. Daniels. Good morning, my friend.
Good morning. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to
Happy
every
Mother's
single
Day.
mother out there. We appreciate everything that you do for us as children and whoever is not a child still.
That's so weird.
Because if you've got a mom, hey, and everybody does,
It's
you're
called
still,
it's
you're
called an
still a
adult.
child in your mother's eye,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Hey, I'm just stating the facts here. Stating the facts. But yes, it is Mother's Day, and we want to say Happy Mother's Day to every single one of you mothers that are out there, the expectant mothers, the whole 9 yards. Now, real quick, we've got Mama Bear, Sherry Harley, and Happy Mother's Day to you as well. And she says, good morning, guys. The monstrous one. The monstrous one, Mike Maverick, in the chat room. He's already been starting in on the old superfan over here, H.D. Daniels. And
It's okay.
yeah, superfan kind of pokes the bear every single time that he opens his mouth. So he kind of.
Guys say I'm poking the bear, but he's
deserves it.
poking me back too.
Yeah,
Come
he
on.
says, also, I'd love to be in studio next week because I had put out there to him while we were live on the Facebook before we went on the radio that he was more than welcome to come in next weekend. But he says, I'd love to be in studio next week, but I'm going to be watching the Rousey versus Carano fight. Well, my friend, the Rousey
Isn't it at
Carano
night?
fight is going to be that Saturday night, so maybe he's
Oh.
traveling to it or something. I don't know.
Uh,
But he says
it would be safe for him because I'm. not
he
gonna be
will
here
make
next
sure Aiden and Steve get the job done, though, next Saturday night. Interesting things. With that being said, well, actually, before we get to that real quick, H.D. Daniels,
Hi.
we also are on X.
We're on X at UW Talk KYRO.
And there's a Discord
week.
channel.
Discord of all things, uncensored wrestling talk show.
Every day that ends in Y, there's a wrestling
Which
event.
days are those?
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
You just had to
Thursday,
do that.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and sometimes twice on Saturdays and
So he
Sundays.
says it every week. I just needed to confirm
Okay.
what days those are.
Every day that ends in Y, there is some sort of wrestling event, and one or two, or sometimes all three of us are inside that chat room speaking on the goings on of what is happening right then and there. Hey, you can join us. There's been times when we've gotten in there and did the voice channel that's
Mhm.
on there and have done a little bit of play-by-play as things were going on. We may do that again in the very,
Yeah.
very near
I was
future.
saying we're gonna
You
do
know,
it
here-
last night. I didn't see anybody.
Here,
No,
no,
I think Sarge and I both watched on delay.
Yeah.
it was a little bit of a delay. Not gonna lie, because with it being Mother's Day weekend, doing some things with the folks yesterday, so I was still listening to it on the phone in the car on the drive home. But yeah, things happen. But we've got Double or Nothing coming up towards the end of the month. In fact, it's during Memorial Day weekend on that Sunday of that weekend, and you never know. We may finagle something up to where we're doing a portion of that on the video channel or the voice channel, I should say, on Discord.
Yeah.
So keep your eyes and your ears open. We'll continue talking about that as we go along. Next Saturday night, May the 16th, at the Race Wrestling Arena, WLW will be presenting Collision Course, and we have got 6 huge matches already lined up for this one. Could be more added during this coming week. You never know. But let's get into some of these matches that are going to happen. One of the most recent graduates of the Race Wrestling Academy, Ricky Rivera, will be making his WLW debut as he takes on the NWA World League Junior Heavyweight Champion and no longer self-proclaimed king. He is the actual king of WLW, Raheem De La Suede.
Man, I just hate calling him king. I really do, but he earned it. I'll give him that. He did earn it. So I guess I have to
Through
acknowledge,
shenanigans.
right,
and
everything. He did everything
He did everything he had to do
Right.
to win that title.
he did the Raheem things that he needed to do. But
The
it'll be
title
interesting to
of
see
King.
how this new kid goes against Raheem and see what he can bring.
Then also, self-proclaimed pound for pound the strongest man in WLW. Man that we had here in the studio not too long ago. Tobias Storm. He's going to be taking on the leader of the Devils of War, Superstar Steve. And this is going to be the first time that we've actually seen, I believe, maybe I'm wrong here, but I don't think so, that we've seen Superstar Steve in action since the Devils of War lost the tag team championships. I think it is the first time that
his
we've
last
seen.
match wasn't that when he and Aiden lost to the Thoroughbreds.
Exactly. Man, I tell you what, I got this bad feeling.
I think he's going to come out and show why he's the leader of the Devils of War.
He's gonna have something up his sleeve to where, you know what, there ain't gonna be nothing up his sleeve. He's gonna come in full of piss and vinegar.
Yeah.
He is gonna come in with a let me show you how it's done type attitude. And you know, I'm even a little bit worried, and I'm not saying he can't hold his own, because he can, but in this kind of situation here, and with it being Tobias Storm, one of the main contributors of the Devils of War losing their tag team championships, and then also beating the Devils of War, you know, all day Aiden Riley and the monstrous one Mike Maverick, and then shaving the head of one Mike Maverick, Tobias Storm, he's in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, some would say, hey, is this a teaching moment for Tobias? No, I think it's a teaching moment for the Devils of War. He's going to go out there and show them how it should have been done in the first place, and basically tell those two, you better take some notes.
And H.G. Daniels, we both have seen, well, all three of us, but you know, even in the backside of things behind the curtain, we have seen Superstar Steve in a very bad mood many times. But I don't think this one's going to. I think this one's going to pale. Everything else is going to pale in comparison to what's going to happen Saturday night, my friend.
He's
What
an
do you
angry
think?
feller.
Is he ever in a good mood?
When they had the championships, that he was in a very, very good mood that night.
I
The
suppose.
night that they won the
You
championship.
You got a little half smile out of it.
He's a little grumpy, but he's got a fellow bald buddy now, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does have that. I mean,
The
I'm
Devils
gonna
of Bald.
let the cat out of the
boy,
bag.
Jericho over here.
Good Lord. It's already started and we're not even 9-10 minutes into the show. You know, and I'm gonna let the cat out of the bag. Most people don't know this yet, but the monstrous one, Mike Maverick, has joined the military. So he's gonna be going to basic training very, very soon. That's one thing he won't have to worry about, is a haircut.
Nope.
So that part of it's taken care of, courtesy of Tobias Storm and Calvin Aldridge. Whew. The Deliverer Moses. He's had a wild last couple of years in World League Wrestling. He is going up against a young man that I believe kind of held his own against Attila Khan the last time we seen this young man. And of course, I'm speaking about Jay Pierce. Pierce looking to pick up his first win in World League Wrestling. And I tell you what, if the Deliverer Moses doesn't keep his head straight and stay focused, Jay Pierce could pull off the upset and get his first win.
Yeah, I mean, if Jay Pierce pulls it off, then it's definitely an upset win. He's getting better and better each time he comes out. I mean, if you really look at it, he's getting more comfortable in the ring.
Yeah.
His ability to use his agile and speed and to maybe combat some extra strength from the opponents has definitely improved. So it'll be interesting, but it's going to be a tough matchup for him.
It will be. It will be very, very tough. You know, Then another 1/3, I'll say, of the Devils of War will be in action. Is the biggest little dog in World League Wrestling all day, Aiden Riley, and he'll be taking on young Joseph Jackson.
Yeah, Joseph Jackson. I'm really excited about this match because I think we're actually going to see the first victory for Joseph Jackson this weekend.
Big Mike, the monstrous one, in the Facebook chat saying Jay Pierce got his head kicked in by Attila. What are you talking about? Well, up until the point of Attila kicking his head in, Pierce was moving and jabbing and sticking and flying and trying to stay away from Attila and getting a little bit of offense in, and then Attila caught him and then put him down. But up until that point, Jay Pierce was showing a little something.
Yeah.
Can he show a little something against the Deliverer Moses? We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. But that Joseph Jackson versus Aiden Riley match,
Yeah.
that's going to be an interesting one.
It's going to be a fun one. And, Aiden might have to pull out some underhanded tricks just to beat him. But I wouldn't shock me to see Joseph Jackson come out with the victory.
Mm-hmm. Drew Shields with his brand new manager, the Wild Man, Jeff Wild, going to be taking on the #1 contender to the NWA World League Junior Heavyweight Championship, Jaden Dominic Rose, JDR.
Yeah, JDR, he's, I can't wait for him to get a shot against Raheem. But as far as this match goes, you never know. Anytime you have a manager out there, who knows what's going to happen.
Right.
It easily can be turned into a 2-on-1 situation.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, whoever's refereeing that match is going to have to keep an eye on the manager, too.
Well, yeah.
Question is, how much has Drew Shields, Mr. Shield Time, learned from the Wild Man?
Well, it's been a couple of months since being under now the tutelage of Jeff Wild. So, I mean, probably quite a bit. But can he bring the intensity that Jeff Wild seems to always have? That's
Right.
That's the question. And if he can, he could very well get. And this would, in my book, no offense to Drew Shields, but in my book, if he can pull off the win, that would be a major upset against JDR.
Yeah.
But was speaking about him being the #1 contender, and you speaking about him having a match. We are waiting still on the answer to JDR's challenge for June's WLW show at the Race Wrestling Arena, and we're supposed to get an answer, hopefully, on Saturday night from the King himself, Raheem De La Suede.
Yep.
So we'll see. We'll see if that's going to come to fruition. It should.
Yeah.
I mean, JDR is still, like I said, the #1 contender. So, and then the main event for Collision Course, it will be the manager of champions, Aaron Stevens, and the former NWA World Television Champion and the former NWA World League Heavyweight Champion, Carson Drake, will be taking on one of your favorites over there, Superfan, the astonishing one, Austin Mulitalo, and still a partner to be announced.
Yes, Austin is not one of my favorite. He is my favorite. So you know.
He's playing favorites.
Yes, with Austin.
I was
As far as
I
who
was hoping
his
he
partner
wasn't going to
is,
say play footsie. But
No.
At least I didn't say that.
as far as the partner, even Austin's not even telling me. So I don't know. I'm curious to see who he pulls out of his bag of tricks for this one.
Also, speaking of Aiden Riley, all day Aiden Riley, the monstrous one in Facebook. This is interesting. He says, all I'll say is if Aiden loses, there will be problems. I know. from hearing it in the back, I know the monstrous one kind of blames Aiden Riley for his head getting shaved in the first place. So, now granted, the stipulation was the loser would get his hair cut, but to be fair, old Aiden Riley was out there, and when they started doing things, meaning cutting the hair and all, Aiden Riley took off.
Yeah.
He ran back through
The
the
yellow
curtain
streak just
with
took
his
off.
tail tucked between his legs, saying, I'm not getting my hair cut, and out he went.
Mm-hmm.
Left a good old monstrous one
By
high
himself.
and dry, as they say. Hey, we're up against our very first break of the first hour. We're gonna go ahead and take that. It's only gonna be, I'd say 59 seconds long. We'll go ahead and take it, and we'll be right back.
Welcome to MegaNet. For slow internet, press 1. For a different customer service, press 2. For confusing pricing, press 3.
Mix it up.
For extremely long wait times, stay on the line. For 87th in line, 85th in line, 87th in line, 85th in
I
line.
still gotta do these damn things manual.
Where there was frustration.
And by the way, John had a heart attack.
Hello, this is Helen at
Really?
Gateway Fiber.
Oh.
How may I help you?
Sorry to hear
I
that.
think he's out of the hospital now.
For more information,
Sorry to hear that.
fiber.com.
Sunday night, Monday.
Finley Shoe Store is a local family and veteran-owned tradition in historic downtown Troy, Missouri, dedicated to serving
There's
local
good
community and
old
providing
wild
great
man
customer
himself.
service. Their brands include Red Wing, Irish Setter, Works, Birkenstock, Brooks, Merrill, New Balance, Skechers, Thoroughgood, as well as Superfleet insoles, state-of-the-art 3D foot scanner to ensure you get just the right insoles for you. Finley Shoe Store providing men's and women's quality footwear in Lincoln County area since 1947. Finley Shoes, 636.
Mics are going live. Well, welcome back in. We are live inside the Gateway Fiber studio of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. I am Sergeant, joined in the studio at the moment by the superfan himself, Tim Williams, and our resident referee, Mr. 123,
No.
HD Daniels.
Mhm.
Last night.
Before we get into last night, can we talk about SmackDown?
Okay.
Friday night.
Do we have to?
Seriously, how is the funeral of the gingerbread man
He's gonna
the
bring it up.
main
He's bringing it
event
He's
of
bringing it up.
a wrestling show?
Because it was a sad occasion.
He was so sad.
I'm like, you.
I was wearing black in my living room.
I'm glad you were wearing black.
And you know what?
It's
They were doing this thing throughout the entire night of these tributes to the gingerbread man and pictures of the gingerbread man and how he was there
I
at
was
many
laughing at
different
those.
events
I was.
throughout the past and throughout history. What in the blue hell? He was never there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Are you saying that was AI generated?
They photoshopped those pictures is what I'm saying. They photoshopped those doggone pictures. That was the most...
What are they thinking? I mean, do they really think that's so much entertainment for us that we'd want that to go off the air?
Well, I mean, for your diehard, I guess, fans of WWE, they don't mind it. They don't mind it at all. And that's half the problem. That is half the problem here. No,
I thought
that's 3/4 of the problem.
I thought
here.
Gingerbread was going to be Danhausen's tag team partner. He's so over.
We could have.
Well,
No,
Sami
it's-
Zayn killed him last week.
No, he arose like the Undertaker.
Mm-hmm. He sat up.
He is now in.
Lil Yachty was in the doggone gingerbread costume inside the casket. All right, don't even play that with me. Gingerbread Man is dead.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I mean, he might be like a zombie cookie, like the Undertaker's a zombie cowboy.
Do we ever see this gingerbread man thing again?
Hopefully not.
I got a bad feeling.
I have a bad feeling too.
I got a bad feeling.
When the times get tough, suddenly Gingy comes out.
Over all the different segments let's just say over the last 10 years. The last 10 years. On Monday Night
I know where you're
Raw,
going with this.
on SmackDown. Hell, we'll throw AEW in there because there's been some hokey things in AEW too. MLW, T. You know what? I'm even gonna throw TNA in there when they had that house of whatever thing that they had going on in
Wrestler
the,
House.
the wrestling house, whatever. If they want to call it the wrestling house, it was just stupid. But you know what? That gingerbread man segment at the very end. Well, let's just throw it all together. All the different segments that they were doing throughout the show, and the final segment of SmackDown, which went entirely too long. The worst segment of professional wrestling to have ever aired on television. Ever.
Ever?
Ever.
I mean, that's a tough call to
But
make.
at least in the last 10 years.
I have to do some digging on that.
It was just stupid.
It's up there.
It's way up there. It's way up there. I hope we never see it again. Superfan, can we get to last night now? Can we stop talking about the gingerbread man thing? It looks like you've got more things to say. Go ahead.
No, it's just so disappointing that they think that is entertainment for wrestlers and the wrestling fans, that they want to see. Okay, if you're going to do it, fine, do it at the beginning of the show.
Well, that wasn't going to happen.
And yes, the choir was off key.
Sammy was absolutely correct. I made a comment on it on the Discord channel, and yes, that choir, the worst choir I've ever heard on
Probably intentional though. Like the whole thing was intended.
I don't think that part was intentional at all.
Alright. I mean, Sammy's doing the best he can with it. His promo was
Hey,
okay.
his promo was okay.
Sammy's
Sammy's not the problem here.
Sammy's been doing well with this garbage.
Yes.
Yeah, he's been taking it as far as he can.
I would agree.
Kudos to him for that.
I just would like to know who came up with this gingerbread man thing in the first place.
His initials are A.I.
And who
Allen
came up
Iverson.
with this practice? We talking about practice. And then this segment on Friday night and everything in between. Whoever came up with this gingerbread man things, I would like to have 5 minutes alone in a room. Just 5 minutes. Hell, I'll cut it down to 2.5. I want to slap somebody. That's kind of insulting the intelligence of a wrestling fan. I get it, you got kids that are watching, haha, very funny, but how terrorizing would it be for a child watching the gingerbread man get decimated by Sami Zayn, and his arm get pulled off, and his head get pulled off, and
Not the gumdrop button.
thank God that's over with. Hopefully we'll never see that stuff ever again. Let's see what we've got here in the Facebook chat room. The UWT champion, Captain Freedom, Josh Mudd, saying, "Glorious morning to you fine gentlemen. I want to buy Tim a frozen margarita with that shirt." Interesting. Captain Freedom wants to buy you a frozen margarita.
Frozen margarita.
Don't even start trying to sing like that off-key choir that happened on SmackDown on Friday. And yes, they were very off-key. It absolutely stunk. And I hope also that Trick Williams does not step in like he was talking about, stepping into the studio and doing rap songs with Lil Yachty and all that kind of
Gosh,
sort
are
of
you
thing.
kidding? TKO would love that.
Right.
Are you
Oh,
kidding?
TKO would love it, yes.
It's probably
Yes.
already signed and done.
But
they probably already laid some
He was
tracks.
just as off-key, and he wasn't singing, he was just talking, right? He was as off-key as the choir was. It was a bad segment all the way around, that's all I'm saying. Stop it. Just stop it. And I realize and I understand that he's not going to do this Open US Challenge deal,
Fine.
which is fine.
Hope is
You know.
doing the open challenges.
Hope is doing the Open Challenges.
Now you can get off this.
Thank you. let's get to
I'm
WWE's.
hungry for some cookies now.
And milk.
I'll bring you some gingerbread cookies next weekend. How's that sound?
Sounds great.
All right.
Hashtag gingerbread. We'll just keep it going.
WWE Backlash 2026 last night. You know, they did a little something different last night. They had the last hour of the pre-show and then the first hour of Backlash actually being aired on ESPN2. I thought that was kind of cool.
It's probably a
to do
theme
that.
they're doing. They did it on Mania too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they're doing it for one reason, and that is to try to get more
Yeah.
subscribers, and that's fine. I do not have a problem with
They
that.
need to do what AEW does though, and end the feed live during a match and say, if you want to continue this, you better switch on over.
AEW has done that. They have done that. I don't know if it's so much a good thing or a bad thing though.
I thought it was really cool when one of the AEW pay-per-views, I forget which one, started in the middle of a big old brawl.
That was the one that was here in St. Louis.
Was it? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
World's End.
Because the, whatever they call it, 0 Hour was
Mhm.
live on YouTube or
Yep.
whatever.
Yep.
And they were like, okay, you better switch over now because
Mm-hmm.
the Esh is going down
Yeah.
and you better switch over to HBO or whatever.
Because it was FTR and Jet Speed
Right.
fighting,
Mm-hmm.
and they're going to town, and the pyro's going off,
Mm-hmm.
and you got the big old arch in the background up on the rampway, and that's when it cut from the 0 hour
Yeah.
to that pay-per-view. Yeah, that was cool. That's
that's all
cool.
I'm saying. Mhm.
That's cool. But getting into these crazy matches from last night, Braun Breaker going up against Seth freaking Rollins, and it kind of went the way I thought it was gonna go. Not just speaking of the ending of the match, but the entirety of the match. It was one heck of a hard-hitting match, my friends.
Yeah, it was absolutely hard hitting. And the thing that stuck out the most to me was the people say, oh, there shouldn't be ring rust, but I think Seth Rollins had a lot of ring rust.
Mhm.
Why do you say that?
Just some of the slips, and just wasn't, there's some interaction there that was not smooth. And I was like, woo,
Some of it was he didn't see it coming, too.
right.
So you can chalk that part of it to it, but it did seem, with this only being his second match back from that rotator cuff surgery and injury that he had, there didn't seem to be, excuse me, any ring rust when he was going up against Gunther at
Mhm.
WrestleMania though,
Yeah.
which is really weird. I don't
Yeah,
know what happened in that month time frame.
But Gunther's generally a slow, methodical worker. Where
Mhm.
Braun, I mean, he'll take the speed up and he'll
Oh, yeah.
just
That's
keep
very
coming
true.
and coming, and next thing you know, he's like 3 steps ahead of you, and you're like, what just happened?
So with this one, Braun Breaker did end up getting the win on Seth Rollins. Did both of you guys watch the post show on this?
I did.
I did not. Let me know.
So it seems as though Seth Rollins, the way he's talking, he's going to be taking a step back and being gone for a little while.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder if he re-injured that rotator cuff as well. I know he's got to, as he was saying, he's got to go back and, refine himself, and repackage himself and blah, blah, blah. But it seems to me that there's a possibility that rotator cuff may be, that injury might have reared up and bit him in the shoulder again.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be. He was pretty somber whenever he was after the match and on the post show with that. And
He was.
he was, pretty much saying, I just gotta kind of maybe look inside and figure out what I can and can't do again. So
And
whether that means he's going to take time off, I don't know.
Here's another thing. Granted, he's been doing the professional wrestling thing for about 12 years, 14 years, somewhere in that time frame. But he's barely 40 years old.
Yeah.
He's barely 40 years old.
And they're
And
talking
the way they were
retirement?
talking about it, the way that Big E was talking about it, and the way that Corey Graves was talking about it, it was as if maybe he was in his mid-50s.
Yeah.
You know? It didn't sit right with me. HD?
Well, he's been doing this for a while.
He has. And if you gotta take time off, you gotta take
So-
time off. But
I,
why act like you are over the hill when he's only
Well,
40 years old? He's
he-
not over the hill yet.
he did just lose, so he's probably selling into that. You know, how much longer can I do this, or whatever language he was using.
Well, that was being brought up by Big E and Corey Graves 1st.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. He's almost 40, like you said, and he's a multi-millionaire. I don't know. Maybe he's just... If we're buying... I know, but if we're buying into this whole thing, he's done enough.
I don't want to see him become a part-timer, though. Either,
Right.
It's kind of, and that whole thing with Roman Reigns in the past and all, I guess maybe has soured me a bit to it.
Oh, me too.
But I mean, I'm now at the point where if you're gonna be done, be done.
If you're gonna be done, be done. No more part-time stuff. If you're
Exactly.
gonna be in it, be in it.
If you think that you've done everything that you can do,
Mm-hmm.
let's say with Seth Rollins specifically, if you think that you've done everything that you can do in the WWE and there are no more mountains to climb in the WWE, don't sign another contract. Go somewhere else
Agree.
that you
Yeah.
haven't been to. And I'm not saying just go to AEW. I mean, there's many other different places out there that you can go to. Yes, AEW. You could go to New Japan Pro
Right.
Wrestling and do something over there. And elevate some of these independents that are around the country. There's all kinds of things that you could do. All kinds. So that's just my thoughts on it. Your guys' thoughts.
No, absolutely. I mean, if he thinks he's done as far as being in ring with WWE, there's a lot of other. If you want to prove that you're the best of all time, then really the only way to do that is you have to go to other places too, and become champions there.
He's been other places.
Yeah, he was in Ring of Honor.
Mm-hmm.
He was in
Yeah.
Ring of Honor before he went WWE. But did he really climb all the mountains in Ring of Honor when he was there? Not really. Not really. There's many other opponents out there that he could face, and it'd be a first time ever type thing. It would be really cool, I think anyway, if he were to, let's say he was done with WWE. It would be really cool to see a feud between Seth freaking Rollins and John Moxley.
Mm-hmm.
That would be quite intriguing.
It would be very intriguing.
You left, you know, and the storyline could be something along the lines of you left me high and dry over in the other company, and now I'm here to take retribution.
Or you flip it that, hey, you left me, I left, or I left and you're not coming over here. I'll take you out before you.
Yeah, John Moxley could be like, yeah, you turned on me over there at
Right.
the other place, and now I'm going to hurt you.
You step foot in here, I'm going to hurt you, because this is where I.
That'd be, I
this
mean,
is-
it's
you know,
intriguing.
there's some stuff there, you know. Yeah.
It would be cool. I mean, granted, they were both in WWE at the same time. I'm trying to remember if they really faced off against each other, and I don't remember them facing off against each other. But him and Seth Rollins and Claudio Castagnoli
Mhm.
would be a good feud. You know, him getting into the ring and showing Jungle Jack Perry really what to do.
Right.
Him against Jet Speed, either member of Jet Speed. I mean, there's all kinds of different things that could happen here if he were to join AEW. Heck, go over to like I said, to New Japan and go after one of those championships over there. Doesn't necessarily have to be straight off the bat the World Heavyweight Championship. That global championship that Andrade just won, that would be an interesting matchup between Andrade and Seth Rollins. Him against Okada, Kazuchika Okada. And it doesn't even have to be for a belt.
Right.
Sheeta.
Omega, and what about him going against Omega?
Yeah. Yeah, that would be interesting. They've had a little tiffs back and
Right.
forth on social
Social.
media and
Mhm.
all that kind of thing. Yeah, it would be an interesting thing. It would be an interesting thing. We are up against our second break already, gentlemen, of the first hour. Let's go ahead and take that. When we come back, we're going to continue talking about Backlash from last night, and it'll be that right after this.
King Scott here, and I'm with John Lang,
Mike's
owner of
clear.
Mountain Motor Company. John, tell us about the latest sales you guys have going on. King, we don't have one. What? You're an auto dealership. You have to have some kind of sale going on. Nope, no quote, unquote sale going on at our place. And you know why?
Little HD
Why?
coming
Because usually
Saturday.
those sales promotions to other dealerships, they're BS.
I'll ask him.
Most of the
Not
time,
sure.
they're robbing Peter to pay Paul somewhere, and we don't play
Are you?
those games in Mountaintop.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're not.
I'll
Yeah,
let
he'll be there
We're
Saturday, but
sure
he won't be here
I
Sunday.
like that. No sales.
See where his priorities
I
are?
know, right?
Check out the inventory, and you guys will prove that your pricing is always super competitive. Correct. We've got so much great inventory in the lot.
What are you
right
flipping
now.
the people off for?
He's
Starting at
doing it the
$15,000 or lower.
easy way.
And with our great prices, we're confident we can get you set up the right way. You heard it. Great pricing, great inventory, great people to work with.
It
Reason
sucks
Mountain
having to
Motor
do these
Company has over
manually.
1,000 five-star reviews. Please don't settle for just any dealership. Aim
Oh, you're
high and
having to
go
do all the
visit
ads
guys in
manually
Troy.
because it hasn't been programmed in?
Facebook
Right.
and Instagram.
Do you know how to do the programming?
I've not been shown. If I was shown, I would do it in a heartbeat.
People are talking about Don Julio's Mexican restaurant in the Winfield Plaza and Don Julio's Taco
Do it
Express
in a
at
heartbeat.
number 3 Troy Center. Setting the standard for authentic Mexican food and great drinks.
Here.
Carry out or dine in 7 days a week at both great locations. Stop in or order online for carryout at DonJuliosWinfield.com or DonJuliosTroy.com. Don Julio's Mexican restaurant in the Winfield Plaza and Don Julio's
Two more
Taco
30-second
Express at number
commercials.
3
We'll
Troy
jump
Center.
back into it.
And don't forget, buy one, get one free on Wednesday in Troy and on Monday in Winfield. That's Don Julio's Mexican restaurant in the Winfield Plaza and Don Julio's Taco Express at number 3 Troy Center. Veteran owned and operated. Bringing great authentic Mexican food home to Lincoln County.
Yeah.
Hasta pronto.
Hasta pronto.
The Wrecking Crew.
What do you guys do here?
We recycle. Our typical business is picking up stuff that nobody else can get.
People may have a lot of money laying in their
Also
property and they just don't
seepage.
realize it.
They do a lot of money sometimes, and not where you would think it would be.
Where are you located?
Troy, Winfield, Vandalia, Missouri. We do boxes,
little HD
trailers. We
happy
cut
about
stuff
last
up on
night?
site. We do insurance
Generally,
for farmers
yeah.
if you have a burnt building or wind damaged building.
Did he roll his eyes at
That's
you,
our
didn't he?
specialty.
No.
How'd they get hold of you?
Call
He's 9.
personally or call the
I
office.
mean,
The
like,
Wrecking
you guys were talking about the
636
gingerbread stuff.
462
He just like,
1727.
They'll love that stuff.
he just like, it's not that he loves the gingerbread. It's just like, okay, that's what they're feeding me. So I'm gonna react just to whatever's on
Or
TV.
confusing pricing.
Yeah, it's
Press
not like,
3.
why are they doing this
First
to
three
me?
is long wait time.
He doesn't even understand that.
Or 87th in line.
One day he'll know.
One day he'll understand
Be
it.
like, Dad.
Where there is
Seriously?
frustration, now there's satisfaction.
Hello, this is Helen at Gateway Fiber. How may I
No,
help
we
you?
were laughing at the gingerbread, like celebrating Cody's title win and the gingerbread man of DX. And, like,
The only one that I almost busted on was the shock of Undertaker losing.
right. Man, to beat that guy with the eyeballs, that guy is like, he's gonna live forever.
Yeah. You just took away from that guy's moment.
No, he didn't. No, they didn't.
Did too.
That one, and then whenever the Miz won and the little girl.
Mics are
Oh,
going live.
This girl.
Yeah.
Miss Girl.
We are live inside the Gateway Fiber studio of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. Of course, also live on our Facebook and YouTube streams. All you got to do is look up Uncensored Wrestling Talk, and in those, both of those, you can interact and chat with us. HD Daniels over here monitoring the YouTube channel.
And
as
tweeting
we
away.
speak. Could you do me a favor,
Maybe.
HD Daniels?
Depends.
And if you can do it in the YouTube channel, chat room, that's fine as well. But could you put up a link for the Discord
I
channel?
put it on our main post of the Facebook
Nice.
post.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that will work. Hey, become a member. Uncensored Wrestling Talk Show on Discord. Every day that ends in Y, there's some sort of wrestling going on. And you know what? Starting next week, over in New Japan, you guys know I love my tournaments. It is the junior heavyweight tournament, going on. And I can't wait. This one's going to be good. And one of the participants they showed last night on AEW's Fairway to Hell is going to be Nick Wayne, and he did really well last year. I'm kind of thinking he might be going into that one as a favorite. But I digress because we've got to get back over to WWE's Backlash from last night, as we've got about 13 minutes before the top of the hour. Actually, 12 minutes before the top of the hour. For the WWE United States Championship, Trick Williams, the champion, defending against Sami Zayn, and of course Lil Yachty in the corner of Trick Williams.
I'm so over Little Yachty. I know that he's like, hey, I'm just a fan like everybody else. But it's like, come on. Now, it was definitely a 2-on-1. How many times did Yachty get involved in the match last night?
You know, I gotta say, when Sami Zayn started hitting him with that Singapore cane, that candy cane looking deal, I popped. I was like, yes, hit him again, hit him again, hit him in the head, do it, cause blood, make him think twice about coming down to the ring. I wanted to see more of that, of Sami just taking it to Lil Yachty. I want to see a match between Lil Yachty and Sami Zayn.
Seriously?
Seriously. Let Sami take out his frustrations. Take Lil Yachty out once and for all.
So, I have a question. If Trick had a general wrestling manager doing the exact same thing as Yachty, what would you say?
It is still a 2-on-1.
But are you sick of Yachty himself or the fact that Trick has a manager?
More Yachty, just because...
But he's not really being that celebrity annoyance. He's just a regular wrestling manager. In my opinion.
You know what I'm over? I'm over celebrities in general.
But my point is, he's not like doing the jelly roll thing, making everything about him. He's like assisting Trick.
This is true. I'll give that to you.
He's not like joining matches and having Trick and Yachty versus Sami and someone. He's just a manager doing goofy things in gingerbread costumes.
In the Facebook chat room, Amanda Stout saying, hey there, all you fine gents. Well, good morning there, Amanda Stout. I hope that you're having a great Sunday morning. I don't know.
You like Yachty as a manager?
I don't mind him. Managers in wrestling to me can be hit or miss, but he's not obnoxious about
right.
He's not obnoxious, but at the same time he is obnoxious.
Well, he's supposed to be. I know Trick is over right now, but he's a heel manager. So if he wasn't Little Yachty and he was just manager, he'd be fine.
Do you think he really adds to Trick Williams?
No.
See, that's my problem as well with it. He doesn't really add to Trick Williams.
But he doesn't take away either.
He's just there.
I don't know.
See, I guess I'm a little old school. I prefer a manager like a Jim Cornette, like a Paulie Dangerously, that's going to...
J.J. Dillon.
J.J. Dillon. How many times you see the shoe from J.J. Dillon? You're like, ah!
True. I mean, he did have that cane, and he used that cane a couple of times on Sami Zayn as well. That's why Sami Zayn finally lost it and just went to town on him. But, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just part of the I'm over the celebrities getting involved part of it than anything else. But with the post show last night, it seems like, Lil Yachty's going to be sticking by the side of Trick Williams for some time going forward. So,
at least through SummerSlam.
I would love to see Sami Zayn get his hands on Lil Yachty, though. I mean, even if it's he's grabbed a hold of him in the back and drags him all the way to the ring and just starts pummeling on him until he can't go anymore. And then here comes Trick Williams trying to make the save. And, then Sami Zayn turns it on him too and just beats the holy you-know-what out of him too. I don't think this storyline between Trick and Sami is over. I just have that feeling. I'm hoping it is, but I don't think it is.
Well, I mean, because then you go, well, what are they going to do with Sami? Because to me, they're going to have to figure a way to build up Sami come WrestleMania next year.
Yeah, because with WrestleMania 43 being in Saudi Arabia,
Mm-hmm.
I'm still on the bandwagon of I think that Sami Zayn, whether it be the WWE Championship or whether it be the World Championship, who knows, but I still think that he wins one of those two major championships over in Saudi. I will be surprised as all get out if he's not in one of those matches and wins.
Yeah. I mean, to me right now, I'll say it right now. I think next Royal Rumble, Sami wins.
Yeah, I think we're going to be talking about that all year. I think there's.
But when do you start the build-up of? You can't just keep him losing like this.
Probably October-ish.
So you can.
November-ish.
If your plan is for him to win the Rumble, if he's a loser all year, that makes his Rumble win that much more.
Yeah.
But this whole heel thing, I think they weren't ready for it.
I don't like, so going into this thing between Trick and Sami was the fan favorite.
Mm-hmm.
He was the quote-unquote baby face in this. Trick Williams was the heel. He was not the fan favorite. And those tables have turned, and I'm scratching my head going, what the heck is going on here?
Trick is way over.
What put him over so much that the fans are cheering for Trick and booing Sami?
Because they just won Trick. Because Trick, he's so cool that it doesn't matter if he's a heel.
Kind of like Hollywood Hulk Hogan?
I'm not going to put him in Hogan's category.
No, I mean, Hogan is much better than Trick Williams.
Trick has a heel with a catchy theme
same
song.
idea concept.
A heel with a catchy theme song will never work. You're over.
Yeah, that whoop that Trick was
catchy theme song, catchy catchphrases.
I mean, that was even being done back down in NXT and TNA, and everybody was doing it regardless of what side of the fence.
And when Mello lost the title, people were just like, I'm gonna call them the marks. We're like, why would you do that to Carmelo? And then the very next week, Sami just got booed, and it was in St. Louis when it started.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
They were being a bunch of babies about Carmelo, even though...
That's true. That's right. I forgot
everybody
about
knows
that.
in reality no one cared about Carmelo, but they decided to...
Or do you think it was the fact that in St. Louis, Sami was him-hawing about the whole whether or not he should give Carmelo another shot? Because it was kind of like the fans were like egging him on to do it.
Yep. Also on the post show, when Trick Williams and Lil Yachty was on the post show, they also kind of made mention that maybe, the next opponent for Trick Williams will be Carmelo Hayes. I would rather see a Carmelo Hayes.
Yes.
Versus Trick Williams, but I just got this.
I don't think they're going to do it.
That
I don't think they're going to do it.
Not yet.
Mm-mm.
Not yet. I mean, I was really thinking that it was going to happen at WrestleMania, and it didn't. And then I thought, well, maybe Backlash, and it didn't. A triple threat between Carmelo Hayes, Trick Williams, and Sami Zayn. But, we haven't seen Carmelo Hayes get involved, really, in any of this stuff that's been going on between Trick and Sami. Which, I would rather have seen him getting involved.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready for that, because we've seen it in NXT several times between Trick and Carmelo Hayes going back and forth during their thing. To me, do you go a completely different direction and start really pushing Royce Keys? Maybe Royce Keys goes against the next Trick Williams. Who would be the favorite?
If Royce Keys was to be next up for Trick Williams ain't getting out of that. Royce Keys is the new United States champion automatically.
I guess because he is the Andre the Giant Battle Royal winner.
He is.
Not only the moniker, I wish there was something that by winning this, you get this. So.
Well, I mean, we have seen a few of the winners in the past go on to bigger and better things after winning that Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, but then we've also seen where they've gotten stuck in the mud and no fault of their own, I will say.
Right.
But right now with Royce Keys, he's involved in this weird dynamic thing with Solo Sokoa
Mm-hmm.
and the MFTs, and is he going to join the MFTs? So Sokoa trying to get him to
It
join.
makes no sense.
It really doesn't make any sense. But with that stuff
So you have
going
South
on,
Pacific
I don't see
genetics.
him going against Trick Williams anytime soon.
No, none, zero.
I mean, he would be a hell of a muscle.
Yeah, I mean that's
For-
all.
for
That's
the
all.
The whole
Jeez,
concept
but-
of the family tree was the heritage of
Right.
the Samoans or the Pacific Islands.
But he's a
And then we
very,
bring
very...
Royce
Oh,
Keys
but
in.
you know what? Here's the thing, though. He's a very, very good friend of some of these Samoans, to include Jacob Fatu, sorry.
Mhm.
And, you know, what was Sammy? Sammy wasn't Samoan. He was just a
No,
really, really
no,
good
no.
friend.
And he's
Sammy
bloodline.
got so over that he just got in. It's just funny to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
It's true. What are we doing? But I don't see him going up against Trick Superman.
No,
for a very
I don't
long
know.
time.
I just don't. I don't.
If
see,
that were to even
I don't
happen.
see Carmelo right now either. So I don't know who they really would put it behind to go against Trick right now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think somehow, some way, this coming SmackDown, Sami Zayn will be doing something with Trick Williams or Lil Yachty, one of the two, or maybe even both.
Right.
I don't think, like I said, I don't think that's over with yet, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Hey, we've got about 45 seconds to the top of the hour. When we come back in hour number 2, we're going to continue talking about WWE Backlash from last night. We'll jump into AEW stuff. Fairway to Hell last night. Still scratching my head on that one. But hey, we've got a lot of things still to cover in that second hour, to include the Dirt Sheets. What have they got to say during the week? We'll cover it all, and we'll do that in the second hour coming up right after the top of the hour news, which will start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Live from the Gateway Fiber Studios.
Now, do you have to
Online
do all the
at
commercials during this
gatewayfiber.com.
break,
News
too?
Radio
No.
105.3
That one's-
1280
that one's good.
KYRO Troy.
Thank God.
It's 11 o'clock in the heartland.
Fox News, I'm Angelo Bavaro. Reports say Iran has
So did you see
responded
that
to the
we're
U.S.
at the
peace
year
proposal
mark
to
of
end the
Mr.
war.
Fish?
Now, initial reports in Iranian state media
Yes, I
indicate
saw
their
that.
response focuses on ending the
I
war
call him
and
Fish,
ensuring
because he walked
security
like a
in the
fish.
Strait of
all right,
Hormuz. There is
okay.
no mention
Yeah, I
of
saw
Iran's
that.
nuclear
Yeah.
I was
program,
there.
a key agenda item for the Trump
It was
administration.
fun.
Fox
I
is
love
trading.
seeing the guys I know.
The first planes
live.
have left the Canary Islands filled with passengers who disembarked
And then,
from that hantavirus-linked cruise
yeah, 'cause
ship.
they were in
Officials say
Nebraska
none of
last
those
Friday.
passengers have
Yes,
shown
he was on
symptoms
TV
of the
last
virus
Friday.
yet.
Getting
17
smashed.
Americans will soon be flown to Nebraska,
about
where
saying,
they'll
"Hey,
be
stay
monitored
away
by
from
a
Ron."
CDC team. At least 6 more states
That's
are
a good
monitoring
one.
cruise passengers who
15, 20
previously
seconds
disembarked.
out of his
That is
face.
Fox's Chanley Painter. America is listening to Fox News.
I guess he's getting known back there.
Yeah.
He'd be able to talk about that. Turn this down.
Born on America's darkest day of September 11th, the Tunnel to Towers Foundation has helped
Is it
America's
on there or
heroes
on
ever
speaker?
since.
It's on
Heroes like
speaker.
United States
You can
Army
turn it
Sergeant
down
Mario
there.
Nelson,
Or
who
you can
volunteered
unplug it.
at Ground Zero.
There you go.
You know he's gonna come in and go,
Whoa,
whoa,
yeah, this is
where's the
Frank.
sound? What happened? What happened? Where's the sound?
Even better. Even better. I can hear it though. It's coming out of somewhere. Yeah.
But,
That's weird. Okay.
yeah, little HD
Oh,
know
it's
that
coming
we're,
out of one of these.
let him know that we'll be there if you want
Okay.
to.
I'll ask him.
Well, I'm sure we could wrangle a seat around it.
Yeah, no problem. Like you did last time. Yeah, he likes sitting with people that he's comfortable with. So, thank you.
And if he doesn't, that's fine.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes he just doesn't. I mean, that guy, he was playing his video games during the entire Backlash last night. I was like, are you going to watch these? He's like, I am. So. Still coming out. Oh, Sarge's headphones.
Right.
That's what it's coming out of. I just wish there was more than 2 title matches on a PLE.
Yeah. So it was kind of nice that it started at 5 and it was done by 7:30.
My wife and daughter went out to a girls thing last night, and they came back and they were like, "Why isn't wrestling on?" It's like, it's over.
Yeah.
Like, already? Like, yeah, I guess they're.
Yeah, Trisha was sitting there and she's like, done? I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah.
5 matches.
5 matches.
Which I don't like, but.
I mean, I get why they're doing it and trying to ESPN and hook people, but that is way early on a Saturday night.
It is. It's too early.
I was like, well, is there playoffs? Maybe it was because of playoffs and ESPN their coverage of the playoffs, but I'm like, you got hockey and basketball going on in the playoffs, but they're not in the finals yet, so.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the 5 o'clock. 6 o'clock is okay. 5's too early. People are still eating dinner and stuff.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. There's replays for a reason, I guess.
If
Here
you
it
get a
comes.
chance, you should go back and watch the post.
Should I?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty funny with Dan Housen.
Oh, I was going to show you guys the banner just to make you mad. The banner on WWE.com is Danhausen and clones.
Oh, good Lord.
Right.
Less than 2 minutes. We're going back live on the radio.
Well, you just ruined the gag.
That nobody else can say. See for yourself why for 120 years Weber has been the name that you can rely on. Visit us at
Here's
any
the
of our
banner on
locations in Granite City,
WWE.com.
Columbia, Illinois, and Cape Coral. You can also find us on Facebook on WeberAutomotive.com.
Not that I wanted to be right, but I wanted to be right that it was going to be Jelly House.
Isaac Lowenkron.
I just wanted to be like, see, it's so predictable.
Yeah, there was so many rumors saying it was going to be Jelly House all week. Told you.
Lakers in LA 131 to 108 for
I actually saw some guy say that we think it's going to be Boogeyman. I was like, I know, it's so
I thought
obvious.
so too, honestly. Because you would hear at
the head coach
like the very beginning of his music, and then it would cut
Stanley
off.
Cup playoffs on Saturday
I don't
night.
know.
The Carolina
think it would work.
Hurricanes
Maybe
won at
Boogeyman's too
Philadelphia
old
in
to get the
overtime
ring.
3-2 on a Jackson Blake
That would've
goal,
been- that would've been
sweeping the
cool.
Would've
series to
been
advance to the
popped
Eastern
as
Conference
Seth
Final.
Rollins, or not
Carolina
Seth
is
Rollins, CM Punk
8-0
would've
in the
came
playoffs.
with the
Game 3 of the
face paint.
Western Conference semifinals. The Minnesota Wild won over Colorado.
Then I
5-1.
thought,
The
actually,
Avalanche still
I
leads the
thought,
series 2
even
games
though I
to
knew
1.
it was
Baseball
impossible,
Saturday night.
'cause he
The
took
Atlanta Braves beat the
Breeze
Dodgers in
care.
LA 7-2. Atlanta's Spencer
Rebellis
Strider
care.
allowed 1 hit with
And I
8
thought,
strikeouts and 6
seriously,
innings
is
for the win.
Daniel Bryan gonna
From the
come out?
Meyer Auction and Real Estate
No,
Weather
there's no
Center,
way that
here's
would've
your
happened.
updated
Took our hair? I don't know what you're
KYRO
talking
forecast.
Yeah, one of the little
Lots of clouds and
vignettes
sun this afternoon.
When he
with
said
whenever,
daytime highs approaching 68.
they came out,
Mainly clear skies.
or
Tonight, lows of
the
about
ladder
around
fell
44.
behind Bree.
High
They
temperatures
turned
will
around
reach
and then you see
75
Dan Housen go
tomorrow
by
with
and then
sunshine.
she's like,
Currently,
ow.
it's 62 degrees.
I
That's the latest from
It's
News Radio.
probably one of those-
I have no
KYRO.
recollection of
Yes,
this.
it
Meteorologist
happened.
Jennifer Wojcicki.
Jennifer Wojcicki.
Wojcicki?
It's Erica.
There is the bumper music, which means hour number 2 begins now. The mics are going live. Well, welcome back. Hour number 2 of Uncensored Wrestling Talk. We are live inside the Gateway Fiber studio of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. Of course, we are also live on our feeds, Facebook and YouTube. Type it in, Uncensored Wrestling Talk. Come chat with us in the chat rooms, and we will. If you keep it clean, we'll put it out there on the radio and let everybody know what you're saying on the streams as well. HT Daniels.
Hi.
We're also on X.
At UW Talk KYRO. I twatted all morning. Tweeted.
Woo!
That's a past
Careful
tense.
there, hero.
Past
FCC,
tense.
come down on us. Careful. Superfan.
Is that bad?
I don't think so.
Discord. We've got a Discord.
Discord,
channel.
yes. Uncensored Wrestling Talk Show.
I mean, you just said the word twatting.
Well, you just did now.
I know. You just got me in trouble. Dang it!
I'm just keeping my mouth shut over here.
Hey, every day, you do enough poking the bear as it is. You know, every day that ends in Y, good day for a wrestling event. And if there's a wrestling event going on, hey, we, 1, 2, or maybe even all 3 of us are in the chat room conversing, talking about what's going on at that particular moment. But at this moment, let's get back to WWE's Backlash 2026 from last night. We have to talk about it.
I don't want to.
I know you don't. Neither do I.
We kind of did on the break.
Yeah.
Kind of did on the break for.
So you can skip it and say go back to the feed.
Yeah, but the radio people didn't hear it.
That's the hook. It's
Right,
called
the
the hook.
hook. If you really want to know what happened.
Danhausen.
He's doing it anyway.
Taking on The Miz
We gave him a
and
line
Kit
and
Wilson.
he didn't even bite.
Sometimes you don't bite that cucumber, buddy.
Is that okay on the radio?
I guess. Whoa. Glad he didn't say pickle.
Cucumbers are pickles. Pickles are cucumbers. You know, since last week on Friday Night SmackDown, Danhausen had this clone thing going, this clone machine, whatever you want to call it. Excuse me. And throughout the week, this past week, everyone was speculating as to who Danhausen's partner was going to be. Some thought maybe it was going to be the Boogeyman. Some people thought it was going to be Jelly Roll and it was going to be Jellyhausen, which didn't really make much sense to me because they hadn't had any kind of interactions really.
Yeah, Kit and Jelly did.
Right.
2 months ago.
Oh, that's
a month
just
and a half ago.
2 months ago was like yesterday with Triple H.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't think it's Triple H. I think it's just TKO themselves.
Okay.
But who would have thought that last night at Backlash, with the machine being brought out there, that crate, almost like the same crate that Danhausen actually showed up in, that his tag team partner would be Minniehausen. You guys' thoughts on Minniehausen?
When the clone machine crashed down on SmackDown, that was my guess. It was going to be the Minions again.
Mm-hmm. I thought so too. Super fan.
I totally agree. I was like, yeah, okay, it's not working right.
Now, during this match, Kit Wilson did take Minniehausen back to the entrance area and threw him back into that crate and kind of shut the door on it. But then a few seconds later, that door pops down, and besides Minniehausen, 7 other minis came running out as well. The same minis that we saw at WrestleMania.
You counted them? It was 7?
Yes.
Okay. That's weird.
Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. That's where they
I
got
didn't
that
count.
from.
I'm guessing he's right.
On the post show, you know, Danhausen and Minniehausen and the other minis showed up as well.
He's right.
And I know I'm right. Sergeant's always right.
He probably stopped the TV. Goes 1, 2, 3.
No, I counted as they were going along. But I don't know. That post show was just over the top too.
Mm-hmm.
It was just, I've had enough.
Mm-hmm.
I've had enough. No more Minniehausens, please. I know it's going to continue on. I want to see Danhausen do some more stuff, yes, and leading up, excluding the Minniehausens. Let's take the Minniehausens completely out of it. I don't have really all that much of a problem with what Danhausen's been doing.
Oh, interesting. I thought you two did.
At first, I was like, what the heck is this guy? It's entertainment. It's sports
The
entertainment.
gingerbread man is not?
That's a little bit over the line here. Come on now.
I'm just asking. I'm trying to find your line. Where's your line?
The line is before Gingerhausen.
Gingerhausen?
Yeah, Gingerhausen. Gingerbread man. I don't think this is over with between The Miz
No.
and Kit
No.
and Danhausen, and you know what? I kind of want it to be.
Right.
Well, what do you want next? You want Gingerhausen against Trick? Like, what's next?
That's a good question. That is a really good question. I don't know. I just don't
Danhausen
really
wins
don't
the
know.
John Cena Classic.
Oh, good God.
Before we get there.
Oh, good God.
I had a real problem with
Merle, you're going over the line, H.T. Daniels.
I had a real problem with Michael Cole during this match.
Oh, yeah, he was way over the top.
When he says, this is wrestling.
This is wrestling.
I'm
My
like,
response was, no, it's not.
That's Michael Cole, like, you...
Seriously?
He's making fun of the whole thing.
I understand making fun of it, but to say this is what wrestling should be?
That's a
No.
joke. That was his joke. He wasn't...
Well, it was a
joke.
bad joke.
It was a joke. Bad
Michael,
joke.
Michael Cole was over the top and just sarcastic that whole time because even he knows this is silly.
Ridiculousness. Ridiculousness. But it is what it is, and it happened. So, Danhausen and Minihausen.
Minihausen wrestled more than Danhausen
He
did.
did.
He's actually a pretty good little luchador.
He really is. He really was. He performed quite well. I will give that to Minihausen last night. And they did pick up the win over The Miz and Kit Wilson. So outside, let's say this was to be done right here, right now, which I don't think it is, but let's say it is for argument's sake. What do you do now with The Miz and Kit Wilson?
Or when it is over, what do you do?
What do you do?
I don't know. Isn't Kit Wilson's tag partner due back sometime?
No, he was released.
Yeah, he was released. I believe he was released.
He was
Yeah.
released.
He was released.
Okay.
Well, before all these major,
Mhm.
you know, these big releases.
I thought he
that
was just
happened.
injured.
I don't believe so. I think he was released like 5 months ago,
Yeah.
6 months ago, something. like
All
that.
right, my fault.
Before the beginning of the year.
What a
anyway.
journalist I am. What do you do?
You never what's the word I'm looking for? You never called yourself a journalist.
No, I
anyway,
still don't.
So. But what do you do? What do you do with Miz and Kit? And even with that being said, where do you go with Danhausen next? If it's not up against The Miz and Kit Wilson.
So I think Miz and Kit Wilson, if you change them up, if you just tweak them a bit, they could be a serious tag team.
How would you tweak them?
Just make it more serious. You can keep the "you are toxic" stuff, but Kit needs to wrestle more seriously, and they need to just. I don't know.
For me, with Kit Wilson, when he first started coming out as a single, the whole "you are toxic" thing kind of turned me off from the very beginning of it all.
Well, that was his heel persona, going after the toxic masculinity of that is wrestling.
Yeah, and I get it. I'm not saying I don't understand it, but I just didn't do it.
That's okay. I think him and Miz they have something. They're similar in character, sort of. And
But, I mean, nobody's going to take him serious.
that's what I'm saying.
That's
They
the problem.
need to be serious, and then they could be in the a legit contender in the tag team division.
See, what I would have liked to have seen during this tag team match, because she had been included in some of the things that was going on, the Mrs. Wife Maurice showing up and causing the loss for Danhausen and Minihausen.
Could be.
I think that would have added a little bit more to this. To this tag match and to this storyline.
Maurice being the valet to Miz and Wilson could be good, just in general, even without Danhausen. It could work. Those three together, I think it'd be cool.
Yeah. It'd be believable.
Yeah.
But what do you do with Danhausen? I don't know. They're going to come up with something wacky, probably.
It'll be something. It'll be something. And like I said, I haven't been completely against what they've been doing with Danhausen. Question though for you guys: when Danhausen's been in the ring and that smoke poof goes up, and it's not a very good poof,
And then the lights come back on.
And the
Yeah,
lights,
they're
and
still
he's
there.
still
And they're
standing
still
there.
standing
Oh
there.
crap! What do I do?
I think that's so funny.
Do you guys enjoy that part?
If you're gonna put it in front of me, make me laugh.
Okay.
If you're gonna force me to watch it, make me laugh. So yeah.
It's the, and I'm not saying that comedic relief isn't needed every once in a while in wrestling, because it is. It really
Right.
is. And this is what that is. It's comedic relief. Do I see Danhausen staying in the WWE for many, 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 many years to come? I don't know.
I don't know either. I think it's gonna fade away at some point.
And I think it, unfortunately for Danhausen himself, I think it fades away quicker than what we think.
What do you think of Danhausen's wrestling ability when he wrestles?
When he wrestles, I love it. I absolutely
You
love
were
it.
talking about Seth last night. Danhausen was a little bit
Rusty.
It did seem something was off last night.
He was
I
a
will say
little
that.
out of sync.
But generally speaking, though, when he's been in the ring with Kit, with The Miz, outside of last night, I thought he's done all right.
He was a little bit
Now,
less
is
than
he
all-
as good as he was when he was wrestling in AEW or on the Independents? And he has been in the Independents quite a bit here in the St. Louis area as well. Maybe not.
I think he was a little bit less than all right last night. It was like his Luthez press, for example. Was like,
Yeah. A little bit to be desired there.
I don't think I'd call it a press.
Right.
Catch me!
It was a catch me, and then Miz fell down on purpose.
And then we get to the match that I, in my head, believe that was the match of the night for me.
Okay. Another woman's match.
Another
stealing
woman's
the
match. Stealing the show like they have been doing for quite a long time now. It was, of course, Io Sky taking on her mentor, Asuka.
Yeah,
Nobody's ready for Asuka.
Everybody was saying that this match could have stole the show before the show, and no,
It definitely stole the show.
To me, it did too. Just
I mean,
the back and
was
forth.
that fight for the World Heavyweight Championship, was that a good fight? I thought it was a good fight, but as far as matches go,
Yeah.
I think
Both
the females
girls,
match.
they were
was
spot
lit.
on. You know,
And I thought it was extremely creative. Who would have thought? Io Sky picking up a computer screen and blocking the poison mist coming out of the mouth of Asuka. That was pretty ingenuitive. I liked that.
see, I thought he was going to miss Asuka with like a red mist or something.
That would have been interesting too. Block it and then miss
miss
right
herself.
back. Yeah. It was a little awkward when she jumped off the table with both her and Asuka on the table after blocking that poison mist and sweeping the leg to where it caused Asuka to land down onto the downs table. That was a bit awkward. I thought maybe Asuka had injured herself there. But, you know, it went on. It continued on. And Io Sky ending up getting the win over Asuka. And during that match, we heard more chants of "We want Kairi Sane." And I thought over these last couple of weeks or so, we've been hearing that chant going on. I thought there was a little bit of me thinking maybe, just maybe, WWE would take their foot out of their backside and get Kairi Sane back to at least, quote unquote, finish the story here.
Wrestling fans are so silly. No one gave a crap about Kairi Sane until she was gone. Like, why are...
You know, I'm outside of me, outside of you, outside of Superfan and a few other folks, I think you're absolutely right.
Why are they like this?
I think you're absolutely right.
But now people are getting mad because they can't bring Kairi Sane back, but it's a completely different situation
Yeah,
than what it was with R-Truth. Completely different.
I think R-Truth
Yes.
was a kayfabe WWE unreal story.
Yeah.
I don't think any part of it was real.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I think this was a completely different thing.
Yeah, this was literally money and logistics.
Still, the women stealing the show.
Yep.
Is the story of Backlash for me.
Backlash.
Backlash.
But what about the ending Did you take anything away from the ending with Asuka?
Are they a tag team now?
That's kind of
See, I
what
don't
I'm
think so.
wondering. Are we going to make this a tag team
What else are you
situation?
doing with EO other than maybe winning the Intercontinental title?
The quote-unquote new version of the Kabuki Warriors? Maybe, possibly.
If you keep those two together, the We Want Kyrie chants will never stop.
This is
I
true.
think they need to
And
split them
eventually
up.
you're going to have to bring Kyrie Sane back.
No, you're not.
You don't think so?
How long did we hear CM Punk chants? Is Kyrie going to come back in 10 years? You know what I mean?
Hey, but then by that time, we're 9 years into it of people not chanting anymore.
Right.
Right.
Personally, I think Asuka's done.
I was wondering too.
See, I really do think that was a retirement match for Asuka.
I was
And
wondering.
at least
I was
WWE.
wondering that. And you know, we hadn't heard anything, no rumors, no nothing about how her contract is coming up at any point or anything along those lines. But if it is, and if it's going to be a quote-unquote budget cut again, with TKO and letting Asuka go after this match, you know, for Asuka, I say jump to AEW quick. As
Yeah.
quickly as you can. I'm sure there's
Well, what
going
if
to be
she's just
a
done?
90-day no compete clause, but I mean,
She could be just done.
well, for Asuka, just like with Seth Rollins, for Asuka, what mountain is there left to climb for Asuka?
I don't know how old she is, but she's older, and she has children. Maybe she's. I got the same.
Does she
feeling.
have children?
Yeah,
Okay.
she made a post fairly recently, within the last year, talking about her family and like somehow like she's a very private person. She has a family, but I got the same vibe. Maybe this is it for her because she seemed like emotional. Asuka seemed emotional.
Yeah, to me, it wasn't a play or anything. I think it was real emotion of thank you.
Okay, so the question then is, it's again, if this is it, as you guys are saying, for her in the WWE, is it completely?
I guess time will tell. We don't know.
But
To
what's
me-
your gut telling you?
My gut says she goes back to New Japan and she takes some time off and then maybe shows up in New Japan.
HD, what do you think?
That'd be fun.
It would be kind of cool for her to show up over in Stardom or
Mm-hmm.
go after that strong championship. That would be interesting. That would be cool. But at the same time, if that were to happen, we could still possibly see her show up on AEW television because we've been seeing them having a really good relationship between New Japan and AEW. So I think that would be a really cool dynamic again if Asuka was to do that, because there's so many other ladies that she has not faced before.
Right.
Be interesting. It would be interesting. A match between Asuka and Shida. Hikaru Shida.
Sure. Pick
that
a
would
woman.
be interesting.
Pick a woman over there. Yeah.
It'd be interesting, Asuka and Thekla. That would be an interesting matchup.
All of the above.
Everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone over there.
Asuka versus Sasha Banks. I still call her Sasha Banks.
Yeah, we haven't seen Mercedes Moné for quite some time now.
But the dark rumors is that she might be going back to WWE.
The dark rumors.
The dark rumors?
Oh,
The dark rumors? What the heck are we talking about? The dark rumors?
not the dirt sheet, but the dark rumors. I did
I've
read.
heard nothing
Oh,
about
I've read a couple things that.
He's the journalist, I guess.
No, I'm not a journalist.
because, you know,
but it's just
she
the-
is still under
the
a
little pop-ups.
multi-year. She's still under a multi-year contract with AEW. So it's one of those situations where, you know, everybody was saying Chris Jericho might go to WWE. His contract is up. I was saying the entire time during that, no, he's not. He's still got a long time left on his AEW contract. Plus, that injury time is going to be added on to that as well. He's not going
I
anywhere.
just wanted to hear Break the Walls Down.
Well, I know. But I think that's the same thing with Mercedes Moné. I mean, there was a time where she was injured, and couldn't do anything and had already signed with AEW when she had broken her ankle against Willow Nightingale for the Strong Championship when she lost to Willow. She was already under contract with AEW and getting ready to make her debut, and that had to be pushed off. And then this time off thing that she's doing right now, is it because of an injury? No, nobody really knows.
Right.
So if that's the case, all this time that she's out, it's going to be added onto the back end of this contract right now too. So going back to WWE is not in the cards right now. It's just not. It's just not.
You were shut down.
I obviously.
Shut down.
That's why it's the dark.
And with that being said, we are well past us taking our first break here in the second hour of Uncensored Wrestling Talk. We'll go ahead and take it. It's only 59 seconds long, and when we come back, hey, we're going to talk about the main event of WWE Backlash from last night.
Did you see Aiden?
President at Community State Bank of Missouri.
Spell my
serving the
name right,
community
Mike.
For over 130 years. We know that daily decisions should be made locally, owned and operated by people actively vested in the growth and development of Pike and Lincoln counties. For loans or other banking services, visit the experts you can trust and rely on at Community State Bank in Troy or Bowling Green.
You think a tag partner would know how to spell the other person?
Now, if you're not paying attention ever. Did I say that out loud?
Who's poking the bear now?
Family Shoe Store is a local family and veteran-owned tradition in historic downtown Troy, Missouri, dedicated to serving the local community and providing great customer service. Their brands include Red Wing, Irish Setter, Works, Birkenstock, Brooks, Merrill, New Balance, Skechers, Thorogood, as well as Superfleet insoles, state-of-the-art 3D
Good
foot
old
scanners.
Wild
to ensure you
Man,
get
Jeff
just the right
Wild, just
insoles
having
for you. Finley Shoe Store providing
a
men's
daughter
and quality
in the last
footwear.
couple of days. Congratulations to the Wild Man.
636-528-8247.
And with that being said, the mics are going live. And welcome back. Hour number 2. Just got done with the first break here. We are live inside the Gateway Fiber studio of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. Of course, also on our streams, Facebook and YouTube. Join us in those chat rooms. And, you know, a little bit of refs going on in the chat room. And I'm speaking of the Devils of War. You know, the monstrous one, Mike Maverick in there chit-chatting a little while ago. And now All Day Aiden Riley in there saying, spell my name right, Mike. A little bit of rift going on, I think, between the Devils of War.
Not seeing eye to eye. Well, he didn't have to get on a step ladder to see eye to eye, but.
Poking the bear. Poking the bear again. Poking the bear. All right, let's get back to the happenings from last night. WWE Backlash. The main event, Roman Reigns defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Jacob Fatu, the Samoan Werewolf. And gentlemen, what a fight. What a fight.
Yeah,
that one
that
was.
wasn't a wrestling match. That was a fight.
Whew. How many times during that match, when Jacob Fatu went for that pin cover, did you think that it was over? He's won this.
Many times.
It was very close. I didn't think so. Because I still thought it was going to spill out.
You know, that's one of the reasons why I did enjoy this match, because, you know, just when you thought it was over, it wasn't over.
Yeah. Well, both of them hit their finishers, their biggest moves, and they all kicked out at the 2 3/4.
Yeah.
What's the finish?
What's the finish? H.D. Daniels says.
I thought it was a good match. Roman has had the best 2 matches of his maybe career the last 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
They were very good.
Wow, of his career.
I've never really enjoyed Roman Reigns matches. They've all had the same bland formula. And the last 2 against Punk and Jacob have been very, very good.
Interesting. Interesting that coming out of the mouth
No.
of H.D.
I mean, I could be wrong. He's been around for a while.
I would agree. I mean, a lot of his matches were rope, then ooh-ah, then a spear.
Yeah.
Or a Superman punch.
True.
There was nothing. He was
True
almost.
that.
I think they're setting up something though, because Roman was talking to the crowd a lot last night.
He was.
Like
a lot more than usual.
Like way more than normal.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what is he up to?
Yeah,
Good
for
morning.
sure.
Good morning.
For sure. You know, coming into the studio now, our newest member of our team, young Miss Erin Morris. Good morning, young lady. Good to see you. Good to see that you're safe here and in one piece.
Yes, I had to stop several times for bathroom breaks. But I am here and I'm very happy to be here.
4-hour road trip she just finished just to get here. We are talking about Backlash. From last night. Backlash.
Oh, actually, I was listening the entire time on the way here.
Good deal.
On the radio.
On what platform?
Oh, the radio, you know,
Cool.
you know, FM, and then I switched to AM.
Just curious, when did you start listening to AM? On today, when you were coming in,
what
when did
distance?
you first? Yeah, what distance out?
Oh, that's a great question. Well, I started with FM around Columbia, actually.
Okay.
Cool.
And then, but it did not pick up.
Very well.
Yeah. So then I switched to AM, and then it was perfectly fine. So
So
yeah.
the AM's going all the way out to Columbia, Missouri.
Yeah.
I am loving it. See, we were talking about this the other day about the AM side of things here at the station, and how north and south it goes to Hannibal for the north side, and then way past, you know, the southern side of St. Louis going south. So that's good to know. Going out west, it's at least to Columbia. Very cool. Very cool. That listenership just grew by several 100,000 people. I like it.
Oh no, yeah, it was really cool. Yeah, I listened the entire time. Yeah, I was really
Nice.
really happy to listen. So.
Well, it's good to see you. Good to have you in here. And glad that you are here.
Thank you.
But Roman Reigns picking up that win against Jacob Fatu. But I think the story on this one is what happened after.
Yeah, I mean, it was clearly the battle might have been won by Roman, but the consequences and the war is far from over, to be honest. Jacob just went ballistic.
He did. Use that tongue and grip.
Right.
Several different times. It took 6 people to try and get him off of Roman Reigns, and that still didn't work.
Right. HC, I had a question. After that, would you have went back and tried to keep getting Jacob Fatu off of Roman? Like the ref did?
As a backstage
Because the
staff
ref
member.
Right. Or would you just call for help and just said...
Well, if I was the ref, I would have been down. Because that ref
Just like the other ref.
Yeah, that ref went down. I mean, I guess they did what they could, but no one could control Jacob.
Right.
What was also interesting, after that match was over with, and they had gone off the air, I don't know if you guys got this on your guys'
So there's
feed, but on my feed, it was after it quote unquote went off the air, and then they came right back to begin the post show.
Yeah.
There was some weird screen saying the show had ended. After what's her name? I think that was Kathy Kelly, starting to talk to Roman Reigns, which normally does not happen with Roman Reigns after a match. But as soon as he started talking, they cut it off and went to this blank screen of Backlash and ended.
I just saw his comments on Twitter or whatever on it. Like I
Now-
didn't see it live.
On the post show, they did end up showing it in its entirety.
comments.
But at that very time, I thought I'd lost the feed. I thought that maybe they had lost the feed, I should say. And it was like, what the heck's going on here? What's going on here?
I need the words.
You're gonna tease me like that? You're gonna put Roman Reigns about to start speaking and then done?
Did you hear what he finally ended up saying though?
Yes, the Jacob Fatu's last day was right then.
So I have two things about that.
Sure.
Number one, Roman should not have been able to speak after what happened.
Correct.
This is true.
Correct. How many times did the tongue and death
After
go
the
on?
match, at least
Way
4 or 5 times.
to no sell the tongue and death grip.
Right? That's the thing that I have the problem with in today's wrestling is, you get attacked like that, and granted, during the match, he got the tongue and grip put on him a good 4 or 5 times. And then another 4 or 5 times after the match, I'm sorry, but your trachea is crushed. Your trachea is messed up.
Yep. And then the second thing is Roman keeps pretending he's some kind of boss. I think it's a setup for boss versus final boss. Like Jacob's last night is tonight. Like, who the hell are you?
It could be.
To say that you're.
I mean, he has gone around even like before he faced off with CM Punk, saying he was the deciding factor in CM Punk coming back.
Exactly. I
and,
think
and many other different.
He's
things.
really leaning into this "I'm in charge" thing. I think it's a setup.
It could be. It could be a setup. But with him saying this is Jacob Fatu's last night, how do you go forward with this?
Oh, it's not gonna be.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious that Jacob's still going to come out, and he'll probably be on both Raw and SmackDown going forward. And
I'm still waiting for the Usos to turn. Shit happened last night.
And why weren't the Usos out there?
I guess they didn't need to be. Roman still won.
Well, I mean, Jacob Fatu made it very clear to the Usos not to get involved.
They did.
And
I thought that was
they heeded his.
So I thought that was a foreshadowing of, hey, you're really on my side. I really thought it was.
And it could still very well be.
The slow burn crap. Get it over with. Do the turn.
It could be something along the lines of Roman Reigns, quote unquote, gets rid of Jacob Fatu, and then some seedlings of trouble start up between
I kind of want
the
the trio.
Usos and Roman Reigns, and that's when the Usos bring back Jacob Fatu.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
I don't know. That's an okay story. I want it to happen now.
You want it now, my God. Now. In the chat room, Trisha McGarry Williams saying good morning and happy yeet to HD and Sarge and a bigger yeet to Tim. Well, yeet right back to you. I don't think so. There, Trisha. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. But going into this match, I had that feeling that this, regardless of who won, that this was not going to be the one and only battle between these two.
So if Roman would have stayed down, just no speaking, no nothing, that would have been their out for him to be going to a part-time again. Because they even opened up the video package with him talking about the part-time stuff.
Yeah.
And there's all these rumors that he's not even scheduled to be on shows anymore.
Well, that stems around the Night of Champions show coming up in June. That's going to happen out there in Saudi Arabia.
June?
And yeah, it's in June.
Wow.
And, if he's not going to be on the show, which he's not going to be on that Saudi show, for whatever reason, don't know why. Maybe it's just his personal preference. He doesn't care for being over there in Saudi, which I can understand to a certain point. But if he's not going to be on that show, there shouldn't be a build-up of him up to that show. You see what I mean?
Okay. I mean,
let him take that little bit of time.
Since he had that post-match interview, he's probably going to be on Raw tomorrow.
Well, he almost has to be on Raw tomorrow because of it.
Oh yeah, he has to be on Raw tomorrow. But at the same time, with him having that little mini interview after that match is over with, and his voice isn't all that gravelly, and it's going to kind of lose its luster.
It is. It was such a waste.
For that match. And who knows, maybe tomorrow the Usos come out and they confront Roman Reigns, and then Jacob Fatu comes out, and then all three of them jump Roman Reigns.
God, I hope so.
Maybe that falls into your wanting there.
I'm so done with this bloodline.
But the bloodline will never be over.
I know.
I'm really still, before we get off of WWE and go to AEW, I'm still really disappointed in the fact that they got, and it's not so much the bloodline thing, I could care less. them getting rid of, though, Tonga Loa and JC Mateo. You know, with Tonga Loa and Tama Tonga, granted, they held WWE Tag Team Championships, but not together. Because they had it with Solo Sikoa. It was Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga, Jason Mateo and Tonga Loa. The Guerrillas of Destiny did not get their chance. They did not get their chance to shine, and I'm not happy.
They were bound to fail from the minute they debuted, and I'm sorry, Sarge.
Why do you say that?
Because they just became Solo's joke.
Ooh.
From the second they were on television.
That or they didn't go to training, they didn't put in the work, they didn't actually put in those hours, and then they were, they were cut. Like that's what happens. Like if you don't put in that kind of work, that you will get, you can come back, obviously, but you will get released, period. Like if you're not fulfilling every part of that contract, you will get released.
Well, see, I see a huge problem in that. And here it is. I'm just going to lay it out. They got rid of the normal house shows.
They did.
And the live events, as they call them. And when you do that, and you've only got Monday to work, or Friday to work, or maybe sometimes the pay-per-view to work to go along with that week, what else can you do?
Do you follow Natty on social media?
I don't.
So it just kind of hit me while you were talking that Natty makes all these posts about Liv Morgan goes down to the dungeon, for example. She was one of the latest ones.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who else goes down. Mainstream, main roster superstars go down to the dungeon to train with Natty, probably because they're not on tour anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. But if
well, the Street Profits, that's another one. They're down there all the time, training with Natty.
Yeah. And they've just been brought back to WWE television, specifically on Monday Night Raw, trying to get into the heads of the Vision and getting some matches with them. But when you take away those live events, what else is there? I mean, yeah, you can go down to the Performance Center and train, I guess. But that's still not conducive for everybody.
No.
Not everybody can do that.
The MFTs never got over as a heel, ever. Everyone saw him as a joke, a punchline.
Exactly, and that's why I'm not very happy about it.
You're allowed to not be happy about it, but they never put the emphasis behind them that they were dangerous.
And now I guess they're more dangerous with Tama Tonga still there and Solo Sikoa.
They see something in Tama Tonga. Yeah. For now. I don't see him being a long term.
And Tama Tonga too. Tama Tonga's still
They're
there.
doing something with Shinsuke, but it's not going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
See, that's what I was just about to bring up. With Tama Tonga and Shinsuke Nakamura, they do have a past. They do have a history in New Japan. And, it would be kind of cool, I think anyway, to see Tama Tonga split away from Solo Sikoa
It's time now.
and Tama Tonga, his brother, and maybe tag it up with Shinsuke Nakamura.
It's either that or Shinsuke's got a beatdown in his future.
Well, I still see a beatdown. I still see a beatdown coming. And I see that beatdown coming from Tama Tonga doing it to Shinsuke.
So who has interest in Tama Tonga and Shinsuke versus Solo and Tama Tonga? Who cares?
Man, he just poo-pooing on everything.
Do you care? Do you care? Who cares?
I agree with that.
Keeping him
Take
active.
out, but Shinsuke and Tama Tonga as a tag team for a title, send them over to Raw.
Nah, I would still keep him on SmackDown. I would still keep them on SmackDown because you've got
You
the
need
Street
3 hours
Profits.
on SmackDown. You gotta do something.
I
Hang
think
on.
they're
Hold on your horses on that one here. Just one
Is it
second.
going down to 20 minutes?
You've got the Street Profits right now on Monday Night Raw going after the Vision, who holds the tag team championships on that show. You're not gonna put those other tag teams that are on SmackDown or potential tag teams that we're talking about over on the Raw. It's just not gonna happen, Superfan. No matter how much that you want it to come true. Sorry.
They just need more tag teams on Raw, if you ask me.
I would agree
that
with
people
you.
believe in.
I would agree with you. I would agree with you. But history
Tag team
tells
champions
us
are feuding with Joe Hendry right now.
that's true too.
They got to make better pairings for the tag teams.
That's true too. That's true too. We've seen many tag teams come along. The chemistry is just not there. It's just not there. But I think the chemistry with Tama Tonga and Shinsuke Nakamura could be pretty doggone good. Give it a shot. Give it a chance. Let's see what happens. You know, we'll see. We'll see. And we are up against our very last break here on the radio side of things. We're going to go ahead and take that. And when we come back, we're going to jump into everything AEW from this week. And Darby Allin having not one, but two very hard world title defenses. Did he make it through? We'll talk about it on the other side right after I type these things in for the radio. Here we go.
People are talking about Don Julio's Mexican restaurant in Winfield Plaza and Don Julio's Taco Express at number 3 Troy Center. Setting the standard for authentic Mexican food and great drinks.
Spell my name right,
7 days
Mike.
a week at both great locations. Stop in or order online for carryout at DonJuliosWinfield.com or DonJuliosTroy.com. Don Julio's Mexican restaurant in the Winfield Plaza and Don Julio's Taco Express at number 3 Troy Center. And don't forget, buy one, get one free on Wednesday in Troy and on Monday in Winfield.
Buy one,
That's
get
Don
one.
Julio's Mexican restaurant in the
tacos.
Winfield Plaza
What?
and Don Julio's Taco Express at number 3 Troy Center. Veteran owned
I've
and
eaten at Don
operated,
Julio's.
bringing great authentic Mexican food home to Lincoln County. Hasta pronto.
King Scott here, and I'm with John Lang, owner of Mountaintop Motor Company. John, tell us about the latest sales you guys have going on. King, we don't have one. What? You're an auto dealership. You have to have some kind of sale going on. Nope, no quote, unquote sale going on at our place. And you know why? Why? Because usually those sales promotions to other dealerships, they're BS, man. Most of the time they're robbing Peter to pay Paul somewhere, and we don't play those games in Mountaintop. We're not about sales, we're about true savings. I like that. No sales,
True
just savings.
savings.
You're saying come in, check out the inventory, and you guys will prove that your
Yeah.
pricing is always super competitive. Correct. We've got so much great inventory in the lot right now. Many vehicles starting at $15,000 or lower. And with our great prices, we're confident we can get you set up the right way. You heard it. Great pricing, great inventory, great people to work with. And there's a reason Mountaintop Motor Company has over 1,000 five-star reviews. Please don't settle for just any dealership. Aim higher and go visit the good guys in Troy. MountaintopMotors.com, Facebook, and Instagram.
Oh, wrestling.
How
No,
about
I mean, yeah,
in
here.
Troy,
like,
Missouri?
well,
South Lincoln Drive means Country State of Mind Designs. I'm talking with Lisa today. There's a saying that goes, if your business doesn't have a sign, there's no sign of your business.
That's correct.
So Country State of Mind Designs does so much more than just signs. But that's the main thrust of things, right? You're trying to help the visibility of
We're
local
supposed to,
businesses
but
to, ensure their viability.
We thrive on helping you guys be noticeable and recognizable.
Well,
We
actually,
can
I
do
was supposed to
anything
be a
from
trailblazer.
light signs, flat signs,
Why?
vehicle graphics, shirts.
You guys have a lot more to offer than just signs.
We do embroidery here. We also have the newest and latest t-shirt with the direct-to-film printer. We actually print in-house.
You guys have a great website at countrystateofminddesigns.com. And if somebody wants to talk about an upcoming project, Lisa, how do they get a hold of you?
636-775-1117, or they can email us at csmdesigns.troy@gmail.com.
Out and about in Troy, Missouri at Country State of Minds at 139 South Lincoln Drive. Come see Lisa and the whole staff today.
Operating Engineers Local 513, proud to support the Mizzou Tigers, St. Louis Blues, Kansas City Chiefs, and local high school sports on News Radio KYRO. The Local 513 training program at Highway 61 and F is now accepting apprenticeship applications to build your future. Motor grader, backhoe, crane operation, and maintenance programs earn college credits and employment as an operator. Visit the Local 513 training program website at IUOE513.com and start building your future today.
Old Monroe Lumber Company has the really big tools you need to get
One
the
more
job done
commercial
right.
after this
Not
one,
only in the
we'll be back
retail
in.
store, but in the rental area too. Bobcats, excavators, dingoes, and lift equipment, including a 65-foot boom lift, scissor lifts, and more. Need something a little smaller? Old Monroe Lumber Company rents saws, log splitters, jackhammers, water pumps, and dump trailers. Just about anything you need delivered to your job site. Take a look online at omlumber.com.
Finley Shoe Store is a local family and veteran-owned tradition. Historic
Well, I tell you
downtown
what,
Troy,
that
Missouri,
log man, he's all
dedicated
over
to
the
serving
radio
local
today.
community and providing great customer service. Their brands include Red Wing, Irish Setter,
No.
Works, Birkenstock, Brooks, Merrill, New Balance,
It looks
Skechers,
at
Thoroughbred,
top of the
as
hour
well as Super
is
Fleet
already
insoles.
preset.
State-of-the-art 3D foot
No matter
scanner
what
to
it
ensure
is.
you get just the right insoles for you. Finley Shoe Store providing men's and women's quality footwear in Lincoln County area since 1947. Finley Shoes, 636-528-8247.
We are buzzing. We're buzzing on the radio.
Buzzing like a bee.
Buzzing like a bee. Hey, we're back. Uncensored Wrestling Talk. We've got about 7 minutes left in the show. If you are listening on the radio, of course, you can always join us after the top of the hour as we go just a little bit longer on the streams. Superfan. AEW. HT Daniels. Darby Allin. Aaron Morris. Defenses galore.
Two
Wow.
defenses in one
Wow.
week.
I'm kind of impressed. I'm kind of
Are you
impressed.
coming on back on the Darby, or not coming back? Are you jumping on the Darby train?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not. But I'm still impressed with as much as he's being active and defending the AEW World Heavyweight Championship, though.
Okay.
What are you guys' thoughts on Darby Allin and his many title defenses so far?
So he said before, when the train runs off the track, then it runs off the track. Until then, he's going to go full bore. All right, so he's going full bore, and it just
You're
means
going
it's going to be
full
a
bore.
shorter reign.
And you'll be happy with that.
I will be happy.
Well, we saw on AEW Dynamite, after he defended that championship, in a very, very good match with Kevin Knight, him having an interaction with MJF again, and in that rematch. And finally, we find out Darby Allin wants the hair of MJF. This coming Wednesday on Dynamite, we'll find out one way or the other from MJF if his hair is going to be on the line, if he wants that shot at the world title. I think, personally, and there's some other big matches that we're going to talk about here in just a second that Darby Allin's going to be doing leading up to Double or Nothing on the 24th of May. But I think that track, it falls off I think that train falls off that track at Double or Nothing.
Yeah, if it ends up being Double or Nothing that he goes against MJF, yeah, I agree. That's the end of the reign.
I mean, he brought this up, Darby Allin, at the end of Dynamite, about how MJF went over to the country of Turkey and got hair transplants done into his skull. MJF ain't losing that hair.
I don't think so.
He is not going to lose his hair in a hair versus title match to Darby Allin. It's just not going to happen.
As we've talked about before, Darby's not a long-term champion. He can't be. So he had his run. He will have his run, couple more matches, and that'll be it, and that'll be good enough.
See, I thought what he wanted was to MJ put his ability to challenge for the heavyweight championship on the line.
We've done that, though.
I know they just did that with, but I thought, man,
you can't
that's
keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. It becomes monotonous. Then you're going to start losing people. And let's be honest. Yes, I think AEW is great as another organization. Great as another organization for fans to watch. Great for another organization that workers can go and perform. But at the same time, their totals, as far as viewership goes, is nowhere near the WWE. And also, to be honest about it, they're on a mountain. They're on a roller coaster, I should say. They're on a roller coaster. One week they're up, next week they've dipped way down. The next week they're up, next week they've dipped way down again. there's no even keel, there's no steady climb. I don't know. What say you, super fan?
Yeah, I mean, I understand, but even if they are in a roller coaster, man, if you're on it when they're at the top, you love it. And yeah, there's pitfalls where they're going to run all the way low, but really, to be honest, they might run low 1 week, but then they're right back up, if you ask me.
Last night, last night, Fairway to Hell. Darby Allin versus the Bastard Pack. Another hard-hitting match.
It was hard-hitting.
He threw Darby off that balcony. I mean, that would have had to have been at least 15 feet up through that table. Yeah, that kid's going to end up with a broken neck.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but that kid's going to end up with a broken neck.
I think you have to watch the hip, because the last 3 matches, he's hurt his hip in every single match.
Yeah.
It goes back to the Tommaso Ciampa match.
He's doing it for your entertainment.
He's doing it for your entertainment. This coming Wednesday on Dynamite, he'll be facing none other than Kazuchika Okada. And I'm kind of disappointed that this is going to be Okada's very first match for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. But in this storyline, and these things that are going on, I don't see Okada winning.
He won't.
Well, Okada's not facing him, didn't you? Because during the match, Okada had to go back to Japan.
So, he might have gone back to Japan, but a flight is not that long anymore.
They announced on last night that the original... I'm having a brain
fart?
Yeah. The original Don Callis member that Okada's going to face against Takeshita has got the shot Wednesday night.
Ooh. I must have gotten up from the bathroom on that one.
No, Okada had to go back, and Takeshita, and Don said, hey, Takeshita, you are getting that shot.
Well, with that being said, we're going to continue that talk here in just a moment. But right now, we've only got about 30 seconds left here on the radio side of things. If you want to continue, hearing and seeing what we've got to say about all that and much, much more, come join us on the Facebook and the YouTube. But right now, for the superfan, the Nematode Nelly, our resident referee, Mr. 123 Yeet HD Daniels, and our newest member of the team, young Miss Erin Morris. I am Sarge saying, hey, go watch some wrestling, and on the radio side, we'll talk to all of you next week.
Backlash.
This Sunday, waiting game. The U.S. and Iran exchange fire in the Strait of Hormuz.
Turn that down like a dat. Okay. Put that back on there. That's really loose. Wow. But so Takeshita, you're saying, is taking the place
of Okada,
of Kazuchika Okada this coming Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
And Takeshita actually has a victory over Darby.
He does, but at the same time, Takeshita's not winning this.
No.
So what was going on? Did they say why Okada was going back to Japan?
Only thing Don said was, hey, I got some breaking news. Okada had to go back to Japan unexpectedly to take care of some business. And he said, come Wednesday night, it won't be Okada, but in replacement of Okada, it's going to be Takeshita.
Well, that's interesting. Coming up on Double or Nothing at the end of May, in about 3 weeks' time. Or actually in 2 weeks' time, on the 24th. It'll be Takeshita and Okada for that international championship. And I've been really looking forward to that. That should have happened a long time ago in my estimations. But
yeah, because to me, that's where you see the Don Callis family completely turn on Takeshita.
yeah, I kind of see that coming too. I'd really like to see the entire Don Callis family turn on Don Callis.
Disbanded.
But now Darby Allin will hold on to that AEW championship until Double or Nothing, and then MJF becomes I believe he'll be the only 3-time AEW World Heavyweight
I was
Champion.
trying to think if Moxley had it 3 times or not.
It's possible. Yeah, I think now that I'm thinking about it, I think Moxley has won it like 3 or 4 times. He might even be a 4-time
I
winner.
don't know about 4. 2 or 3.
We'll have to do some research on that this week and let everybody know. But also last night on Fairway to Hell, we have a brand new national heavyweight champion and another Don Callis family member, Mark Davis.
The Dunzilla.
The Donzilla.
That's actually D-U-N was on the back of his.
Dunzilla?
Dunzilla.
Whatever the hell.
Yeah, I mean, well, obviously Ricochet is the one that caused that one to.
Well, I had the feeling.
Moxley's a 4-time champion.
I thought he was 4.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that is. It is a lot. But with Ricochet, I kind of had the feeling that somewhere very, very soon along down the line, that Ricochet was going to be the one to cause Jungle Jack Perry to lose that championship. So it really wasn't a surprise to me last night.
Right. So now, did you catch how many people are now going to be the Stampede?
Yeah, after his match with Mark
roster.
Davis, he's on the phone. Speaking of Jungle Jack Perry, not sure exactly who he was talking about, but you've got, in this Stadium Stampede match that's going to be coming up, you've got Chris Jericho, and you've got the Hurt Syndicate. That's 3. And then now you've added Jungle Jack Perry, number 4, the Young Bucks, 5 and 6, and Kenny Omega to go up against
7.
the Demand, which is 3 members. And then I guess you're going to get 4 members of the Don Callis family to join you. Why?
For fun.
Why?
For fun.
West Side Story.
I guess. I guess.
Jericho did a musical already.
See, like, it's just
He
it's
did.
a cycle of life.
It's 7 on 7. Yeah, it's going to be 7 on 7.
It'll be chaos
Stadium
everywhere.
Stampede.
If they start snapping, that means turn off the television.
All right. Anything else from the world of professional wrestling that occurred on the television this week that you guys want to go over and talk about?
What about Thekla now has a 4-way coming up?
Very
with
interesting.
Jamie Hayter, Chris Statlander, Sheeta,
Hikaru Shida.
and a
All
4-way.
three, by the way, former AEW Women's World Champions.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be an interesting test for Thekla. And right now, the way I'm leaning, Thekla comes out of that as still the AEW Women's Champion.
Yeah.
She has gotten really, really strong over these last couple of months as being the champion. Wow. I just makes me wonder who's going to actually end up beating her. Because right now, I don't see anybody beating her.
CEO.
I don't see that
What was
match
that?
happening either.
CEO.
Maybe Mercedes
Moné?
Moné comes
I
back
don't-
and faces her, but
But we don't know what's going on with her.
yeah, we really don't. We really, truly don't. I wasn't going to bring it up,
Then don't.
but
Just
I'm
stop.
going to.
Just stop.
Because it was part of
Don't-
Backlash.
Backlash.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I hate it. I hate it.
Don't do it.
I hate it. John Cena sucks. I love my tournaments. You guys know this. I absolutely love my
This ain't a
tournaments.
tournament. This is a popularity contest.
It's a popularity contest. Exactly. It's not a damn tournament because whether you win or you lose in this tournament, the fans will get to vote as to who wins and moves on. What the hell?
No, it's not a tournament. It is literally a veteran versus a rookie.
No. It's going to be a tournament.
Yeah, it's a
It's
classic.
a John Cena Classic tournament. That's what they're calling it. They're going to have several different wrestlers from the main roster, from NXT.
With a title.
Who knows? Maybe even from the outside is going to come into this tournament, face off against each other. But again, like I said, it doesn't matter who wins or who loses. The fans are going to be the one that will be voting to see who moves on in said tournament. And apparently, we're going to do this year in and year out from here on. What?
So the end of time.
What?
I love that.
I hate that. I hate John Cena. I wish he'd just go away. John Cena sucks.
He was a mermaid.
He was more than just a mermaid.
He was a mermaid. She's
He
right.
was a mermaid, and now he's a wrestler, a mermaid. Like what other movies was he in at this point? Like
A lot. He's
you
done
know,
a
like
lot.
he's just a well-rounded man.
It's a popularity contest. That's all it is.
Good God Almighty!
It's
You're taking the name of tournament.
It's like
ruining it.
It's like the Divas Search.
Kind of hated that too. To be quite honest, I kind of hated that too. But I just don't. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, do you guys like this concept of no matter who wins, it's the fans that's gonna vote?
I see
and
no
that winner
point.
moving?
I see no point even having matches.
I don't either.
Right.
I don't either. Put all these names in a list. Let people start voting on it, and after maybe 3 weeks of voting, then we get a winner.
The only way that
What the freaking do?
only way that really means something is if, literally, like you say, here's a list of people that are in the tournament. You, the fans, decide what the brackets are.
Yeah. I don't like it.
But I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't like it.
It's kind of like
Well,
Taboo
then-
Tuesday.
then-
Was it really the fans deciding the matches?
Some of them were, yes. Jericho wrote about it in his book. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
I guess, Sarge, the only thing you can hope for is that it's a massive failure and we don't do it again.
Looking for a one and done.
As long as TKO owns the WWE, we'll have a
I already
giant
know who
plastic
the winner
tournament
is.
every year.
Gingerbread Man is the first winner of the John
Oh,
Cena
Jesus.
Classic.
Lord have mercy.
Gingerbread versus Danhausen in the finals.
Oh, God.
I'd pay to see that.
See?
No, I would not.
Sami Zayn could make a
Gigi's
broomstick look
finisher
good, so I
is
guess
top
he could
and
make
drop.
gingerbread look good, too. Let us see here. What do the dirt sheets have to say? While discussing the story about WWE pulling Roman Reigns from his Raw dates in June, F4W Online's Dave Meltzer dismissed rumors about there being some kind of a WWE contract dispute or pay cut for Reigns. He said it's pretty common for WWE to include top stars on these listings for Raw and SmackDown well ahead of time and adjust it accordingly as creative plans are mapped out. As it stands now, Reigns won't be on WWE programming after Clash in Italy at the end of this month, but he'll be back in July for the build to SummerSlam. So it kind of goes with what we were talking about earlier. He's going to basically take the month of June off because he doesn't want to go to Saudi Arabia. That's what it stems to. That's the way it seems like anyway. Interesting stuff. Fightful Select, excuse me, says WWE is sending copyright strikes and taking down streamers and content creators, quote unquote, overclips and reactions
It's been crazy.
to WWE content. They have hired a company called Stream Enforcement that is using bots to target these creators. Try and come after us. I triple dog dare you.
We don't use their content, Sarge.
Exactly.
They already popped me. It's really sad. They popped me so quickly. Like,
What
did you post?
Okay. I was minding my business watching WCW on YouTube because it's live, and I recorded a clip and I posted it like on my story on Instagram, and I was just like, oh, like I relate to this, and it was taken down right then and there.
Wow.
No chance of survival on that one. It was
Wow.
gone, and I was like, oh, okay.
Well, Brian Alvarez claims WWE has totally clamped down on it this week.
Yep, they have.
Going into what Aaron is talking about. People in WWE are, quote unquote, shocked about it because those videos did push the product hard to large audiences, and it does. So it makes no sense. Yeah, shoot yourself in the foot. Go ahead, keep doing it. Keep it on. Keep on going. FRW Online's Brian Alvarez also notes that WWE's decision to give Evil, I wish they would just keep his name, the new name of Noraku instead of Nox Raijin. It is not a swerve. In other words, there are still plans to give the latter name to someone else on the roster. And rumor is Hiromu Takahashi could be very well soon signing with the WWE. And if that is the case, that's the name that's going to be given to Hiromu Takahashi. Why can't we just keep these people's names the way they are?
The new names are so silly.
It really is.
For a while now, they've all been silly.
It really has been.
All of the names in the new trio.
It's taken away from the wrestler's character. It really is.
Not even like the people that have established names. The 3 women that came up from NXT that are on
Fatal
SmackDown,
Attraction.
their names are so silly. Like it's, they're not. They sound so fake and dumb. Fallon Henley. What is that? I don't know.
Don Henley's
It just bothers me.
daughter. I don't know.
It just bothers me. I don't know. Just stupid.
Well, I tell you what, they are taking forever. The WWE. They're taking forever to debut Blake Monroe on SmackDown.
That's what they do with
And-
these pretty lady vignettes. It always
Sure.
takes them forever.
But now it's being said that WWE currently plans to debut Blake Monroe on SmackDown at the end of May, according to PW Insider. But the site, reminds us that plans change all the time in pro wrestling. Well, no duh, really. Never would have figured that one out on
So
my own.
funny, Sarge. Just read stuff on purpose that makes
Right.
you mad.
I'm kind of tired of them not going ahead and just debuting someone instead of it's got to take months on end for them to finally get to the main
Because they're not
roster.
ready for her yet in their creative.
Then
storytelling.
don't announce
You
it.
gotta get ready for it.
Don't announce it.
You have to
Let
get
it be. Why can't we have a surprise now and then again? One surprise every 4 or 5 months at least. Please, that's all I'm asking.
You had it at what the one in Chicago. Danhausen appeared. There's
Oh,
your
good
surprise.
God, we're going to count Danhausen? You're counting Danhausen? We knew he was coming already. We knew he was coming, though.
We did?
Yes.
It was a guess. You didn't.
The rumor mill, all right, the wheels were turning hard over like a month and a half time span. Everybody knew that Danhausen was going to sign, and then he signed with WWE like 3 weeks before his actual debut. So we knew it was coming. It was just a matter of when and how he was going to show and what monstrosity they were going to do. And it was a monstrosity of his debut.
So the other NXT people that have debuted, they weren't surprises?
No.
Fatal Influence wasn't a surprise when they interrupted the
You know what?
match?
I will give you that one. That one was a little
Ethan
bit of a
Page.
surprise, and that was cool to see.
Ethan
Page,
Page debuted.
meh. Not so
It
much.
wasn't advertised beforehand, he was just there.
I didn't care.
Oh, I don't care about Ethan Page either. I'm just
But there were with Paige, Soraya, whatever you want to call her, there were some
Soraya
rumors.
Page was a surprise,
There were some rumors saying that she was going to sign with WWE.
but not in
It
WWE
wasn't-
stories.
It wasn't
You can't
quite as
count that.
strong as that.
You can't count that.
And you knew with Nikki Bella being in there after she came in, eventually somewhere down that line, Brie Bella was going to come in too. You knew that. I mean, that wasn't a surprise.
Please, this guy.
I know. There are surprises within the last 6 months.
Within the last month.
Yes.
Not without rumors and lead-ups and
Well,
build-ups.
then you're never going to be surprised.
Damn it.
Because what you would say about Blake is, she hasn't been on NXT, so if she's surprised on SmackDown, you would in turn say, well, we knew it was going to happen.
We knew it was going to happen. And
So
it's not,
how do
it's
we?
not wrong.
How can we please you, Sarge?
be surprised if Hangman Adam Page showed up on NXT?
That would be
so
a very big
disappointed.
surprise with
God, that would
with
piss me off.
considering that his AEW contract still has several years as well. You got to start thinking.
So
about
do
this.
you have like a list of everybody's contract?
I pay attention.
Also, Paige just got hit in the back of the head with
She
a
did. She was
microphone.
bleeding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, what Nia said, I don't know if someone's gonna have a career after that one.
What did Nia say?
She said, I can cuss.
Yeah, you can't.
Okay, she said, well, Paige like made a post, right? But Paige was like, Nia said, "Welcome back, bitch," and I'm like, so this is when it gets a little scary because, it's all fun and games until somebody does get a lawsuit or they,
True.
Sadly, the worst that could happen might happen, Let's not hit people in the head with a microphone.
Yeah.
Ever.
I'm sure backstage they were friendly. It was probably just an accident.
I hope. I hope, but like at the same time, like right there, like I don't know, like right there, I don't know. That like there's a safe way. I know. Yeah. Yeah. And
Well,
What are you gonna read that makes you mad now?
it just doesn't make me mad. I'm actually kind of happy about this one because I kind of miss her. Chelsea Green posted that she'll be back in WWE very soon, but did not know that she had undergone or is she's going to return shortly after undergoing a medical procedure to correct a heart issue.
Yeah,
She's
right
got a
on
heart
that.
issue going on. So best wishes to Chelsea Green that goes, like it should, and she is able to get back into the ring very, very soon. Because I do miss Chelsea Green. I do miss Chelsea Green.
I miss her too. It's very unfortunate.
Let's see, what else can we talk about here? You shouldn't have to trademark your own name.
If you have a real name, you don't have to.
That's what I'm talking
So
about.
who's
Your own
trademarking their
name.
name?
Mike Santana filed to trademark Mark Sanchez Jr., which is his real name, which comes a month after PWI Insider reported that Santana's TNA contract is actually up at some point this summer. Very interesting.
That's really strange because even if somebody else wants, maybe he's just preventing someone else from using it. That's really weird.
Yeah, it is weird. It is weird. And then he
Maybe we
shows
should
up
trademark
somewhere
Nematode
and
Nelly.
do
Maybe
what?
you should.
Yeah, you should trademark Nematode Nelly. Because if you don't, somebody else is going to start using it. According to Bodyslam.net, LA Knight was going to have a short feud with Gunther before WWE decided to have Gunther target Cody Rhodes and the undisputed WWE Championship. No word on what, if anything, WWE Creative has for Knight right now. Your thoughts?
That would have been
It's-
LA Knight
it's-
would have been guaranteed to lose that rivalry.
Right.
Yeah.
It would have been awful for him.
Yeah.
He's lost momentum incredibly.
Yeah. Well, another thing that makes them lose their momentum, especially when there's nothing medically wrong with them, is not having them on TV at all. And that's what we've seen with LA Knight. We haven't seen LA Knight on TV
Since
for a little
WrestleMania.
while.
But yeah, I haven't seen Drew McIntyre either.
He's taking a break from his loss.
Yeah, he's taking a break from his loss.
His street fight.
I really kind of half expected to see him show up during Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu's match last night, but
Drew does have a history of the Clash PLEs
Mhm.
doing something significant.
doing something. Was so excited over these last few weeks. We had been talking about Lucha Underground and Lucha Underground possibly coming back and restarting back up again. Well, Lucha Underground's
About to read
recent
something that makes
teasers
him mad.
are for syndication of old episodes says Justin Harvey to
So you-
Lucha Central's MMM show.
So you're not interested, you don't want them to even advertise that they're coming back to syndicate old shows?
I was just having my heart set on seeing new Lucha Underground stuff. I don't have a problem with old Lucha Underground stuff. I go back and I watch old stuff all the time. Way back from the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s,
pretty great.
the 2010s, the
It
2020s.
was a really cool promotion.
It really was. It really was. I'm really still hoping for hope that through these syndications of old episodes, there'll be enough chitter chatter about it where it'll bring around a new edition of Lucha Underground.
Can only hope.
You can only hope.
That'd be really neat, actually.
It was just so cool them fighting for the medallions to get the medallions placed into the championship belt and then getting that championship match if they put so many in, and it was just really
What's the difference of that
creatively.
of people going back and rewatching ECW?
What's wrong with ECW?
Nothing. But you're upset because now they're going to bring that up.
I'm
What if
upset
they-
because there is no plans for a new Lucha Underground to happen. That's what I'm more
I
upset
just wish
about.
there was no promotion whatsoever.
Say, if you're going to promote Lucha Underground and there's going to be old episodes, say it.
They're doing what
Your
the-
chance to watch old episodes if you've missed them in the past. Here they
He was
are.
baited. They did exactly what they wanted to, and you're proof of it.
Bite me with your baitness. How about that? How about
Was that
that?
PG?
We're on streaming, so it's okay. It's okay.
He's going to snap into a Slim Jim.
You got this one wrong, Brian Alvarez. Folks,
We
with
don't read it.
I just love putting them down, though.
Okay, all right.
That's half the reason why I put them down.
All right. Let's go. Let's hear it.
Folks within WWE believe there is a better than 50% chance that Kairi Sane could show up to Backlash to finish out her story
Backlash.
with Asuka
Backlash.
and Io Sky. Backlash. Well, it didn't happen, Brian Alvarez.
It was a
Jerk.
50-50 shot.
No, it was more like a 0-100% shot. And it was like the needle was all the way over to the 0.
But again, he got you to read it. As
And
a
put his ass
50-50.
down because he sucks.
Man, just don't read it, and that'll be prove your point. I don't know.
Ah, damn it.
Don't read it.
I'm gonna
It's
read
about
this
John
one.
Cena.
Nope.
Don't
Nope,
read
it's not
it.
about John Cena. According to Fightful Select, and this will be the last one before we jump out of here. According to Fightful Select, WWE has no plans to slow down on celebrity involvement with the company. And there are plans into the summer.
Yep.
No word on exactly who, but more are coming.
Stephen A. Smith is going to do something.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. I wouldn't doubt it. How about this? I got a good idea here. I got just a really, really
Yeah.
good idea. How about you not pay the exorbitant money that these celebrities are going to command, because they're going to command millions of dollars. I know I would, right? And take that money and give it to these wrestlers that you're releasing and keep them on the roster.
Those wrestlers aren't getting them the attention that they want.
They're not putting them out there for them to get the attention.
Yeah.
Put them out there. Wyatt 6.
Stephen A. Smith is going to get more attention than the Wyatt Six.
Yep.
Maybe. You might be right on that.
Especially
But-
Kerry Sane.
But
No
at
one
the
knows
same
who that
time,
Carrie.
and
Sorry, I'm a white American.
at the same time though, if they had been using Wyatt 6 this entire time when Wyatt 6 first started, right? And they got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. They wouldn't, Stephen Smith wouldn't be bringing in more
Stephen
than
A.
what?
Smith gets more attention than CM Punk, Sarge.
Maybe. Maybe, I don't know. Do we need Stephen A. Smith in the WWE?
No, I'm just trying to tell you why they're doing these
Do
things.
we need any celebrities in the WWE
Jelly Roll
at
is
this
more
point?
popular than Roman Reigns.
I
Worldwide.
don't know.
Worldwide, guaranteed.
I just don't know about that one, H.D. Daniels.
Well, when John Cena came on to Hannah Montana, I thought it was the coolest thing.
When was that?
When was that?
When was that?
20 years ago?
Yeah, I think it was.
It was a long time ago.
That was 2008.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
We're talking about here and the now.
Yeah.
Superfan. Nematode Nelly.
I got
Mr. Tim Williams.
two quick things.
Two quick things.
One, what do you think about Triple Mania, the AAA, going to a 2-night event?
Boo. I'm so sick of the 2-night
But
events.
it's not a 2-night event if you have a day in between.
It's a long
It's still a
intermission.
2-night event. It's just not back to back.
It's a long intermission.
Mm-hmm.
It is a long intermission. Is it needed? Not really.
Yeah.
Not really. It's really not needed. They're going to do it anyway. And the arena is going to be packed down there. This is going to be, well, we know that Sunday night is going to be from Mexico City, the Mexico Arena.
And they haven't
And
announced.
then, yeah, the other one will be announced soon. I guess.
Yeah.
Do what you got to do.
Wrestle Kingdom was the only one that I was accepting because they were the first to do it.
Wrestle Kingdom?
They were the first ones to do a 2-night event.
Yeah. Long time ago.
It was like fine.
But you know, they don't do, well, every once in a while they still do that.
Well, they call it something else.
Mhm.
Well, first night is called Wrestle Something, and then the next night is Wrestle Kingdom.
Right. And all the main matches, all your big matches, really, really big matches, are usually on just the Wrestle Kingdom show.
Right.
So.
No, I can't stand 2-night shows anymore.
Yeah. And we're going to get 2 nights of SummerSlam this year as well. Did they have 2 nights of SummerSlam last year, or is this the first year?
Last year they had 2 nights.
Was it 2 nights?
Yeah.
Well, I know last year it was supposed to have been in Minnesota, and for some reason it got changed, and this year it's going to be in Minnesota. So, Minnesota, you're getting your SummerSlam 2-nighter. H.D.
I have
Daniels,
another-
our resident referee,
He has
Mr.
one
1, 2,
more.
3,
I
yeet.
said I had 2 things.
Oh, come on.
The other one, I'd be remiss to say not to mention the person that entertained me as I grew up on TBS, and Ted Turner.
We were going to get to that. We were going to get to that and completely
Just
missed it.
totally downplayed your.
I know.
No, I'm saying we were going to get to that and we weren't able to get to it. So
Right, no.
I'm glad you're bringing it up.
Right. Ted Turner, to me, helped level some of the playing field, especially whenever the McMahons got so big.
Sure.
That, rest in peace, Ted, we'll miss you. And he was where I went for most of my wrestling growing up.
Yeah, same here. You know, a lot of people don't know. Myself and Aaron the other day were talking about his Wikipedia page that they'd got up on him. And it was back in the 1960s, early 60s, when he first bought his first TV station. It was a UHF TV station. And then, you know, that kind of morphed into WTBS. And then went along with that, you know, he was playing, but from the early 70s, he was playing wrestling. He was having wrestling on his TV stations. Then, of course, becoming the creator of CNN, and how we see how big CNN is now these days. Then, of course, the merger of Time Warner and all that kind of stuff that was going on with AOL. That was a bit of the downfall for WCW. But yeah, he bought Jim Crockett Promotions in 1988, turned it into WCW. And you know, kind of like you guys, if I had to pick between WWE, WWF at the time, and WCW to watch live and then watch the other one recorded, I was always watching the WCW live first, and then recording and watching WWF later. So he is going to be missed.
Yeah.
He is going to be missed in that regard. 83 weeks he beat the WWF in television ratings.
Yep.
And that's no bone to pick apart. It's pretty doggone good. That's solid. That's pretty solid. So, rest in peace to Ted Turner.
I think it's a good note to end on.
Absolutely. Well, with that being said, you got anything else there,
No.
H.D. Daniels?
I'm good.
Aaron Morris, our newest member of the team. What do you got for the end here? Anything?
Oh, this weekend is gonna be a great show at World League. So
Absolutely. Get your tickets, HarleyRace.com. Collision course coming up on Saturday night. And then next Sunday, it'll be myself, H.D. Daniels, and Aaron Morris. We will have a little mini interview with Aaron next weekend.
oh, actually, I can't be here next weekend.
Never mind. It'll be myself and H.D. Daniels doing the show next week.
Sorry.
No problemo.
Good. It's all
Ready?
good. So with that being said, hey, we want to say thank you to each and every one of you for watching. And until next Sunday, hey, go watch some wrestling. Ding!